Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
It's the illest nigga in Nebraska.
Big day down the road in Canastota is the International Boxing Hall of Fame has announced their class of 2020.
Hey, pass that shit, man. That's that good kush, huh, Stainless? Yeah. We in here. TBV in the house.
You know, been a long time coming, so
Man.
feel like this is gonna give us the award.
Cut from the senior class in the game of champion. Sleeping on my style, mean photos for the canvases. Heavy is the belt of the king. Lift the cameras up. Life breeds skills, but leather build character. Countdown to greatness, 10 seconds for my challenger. Champs raise hands and give hugs to the managers. Lift each glove in, legend if you spelling it. King of the ring, now everybody yelling
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen, welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Bang.
Tonight's inductees, Info, Joe, and Stain. You know both they names and what they brought to the game. Info moved on the coach and Stainless still trains. Hits on stage, put on the show. Center ring, punchlines, delivery. My boxing science is chemistry. Mix it up with Stainless and this explosive up in the ring. I float like a butterfly, sting like a killer bee. Hit like a ton of bricks, turn you to human centipedes. Acclaim for my square circle skills. Fit in the streets, Mike Tyson, Willie Green. I don't like it, he deleted. You don't like it, come and see me. Gotta see it to believe it. Seeing it make you believe I'm legendary for a reason. Everybody got a plan until they see the hand that's swinging. Yeah, you the man, I'm the man who done ran the kingdom. World champion, that's why I'm up and making speakers.
Cut from the senior class in the game of champion.
What?
Sleeping on my style, mean photos for the canvases.
Tell 'em.
Heavy is the belt of the king. Lift the cameras up. Life breeds skills, but leather build
yeah.
character. Countdown to greatness, 10 seconds for my challenger. Champs raise hands and give hugs to the managers. Lift each glove in, legend if you spelling it. King of the ring, now everybody yelling it.
Looked up in the sky, thought it was a mirage. Couldn't believe it, it's the boxing gods. Heard the voice of Ali say to me, speak truth to power or you never be free. Talk with your hands, 1, 2, make them listen. Knock them out like I did Sonny Liston. Coming through your speakers, y'all wouldn't believe us. Hola, como está, Wilfredo Benitez. Watch out for cheaters, that's what he said. They got pears in their water, plastic in their hands. Info Joe, when you fight somebody bigger, let me tell you something, it's Cornell Whitaker. Be more slicker, jab more quicker. Pivot and make a miss and pull a trigger. 2 Hall of Famers, Info Joe and Stainless. Blessed by the boxing gods, now we famous.
Cut from the senior class in the game of champion.
What?
Sleeping on my style, mean photos for the canvases.
Yeah.
Heavy is the belt of the king. Lift the cameras up. Life breeds skills, but leather build
Let's
character.
go.
Countdown to greatness, 10 seconds for my challenger. Champs raise hands and give hugs to the managers. Lift each glove in, legend if you spelling it. King of the ring, now everybody yelling it.
Info Joe and Stainless, TBV's Boxing Bar All-Stars. Detroit, Los Angeles, we in here.
Yo, shout out to the OGs, to the Boxing Bars gods, bringing us that hit as we get into this weekend's action. There's a whole lot of action to discuss, man, but I guess the biggest fight of the weekend has to be Terence Crawford and Kell Brook, and yeah, man, let's make some predictions. Fellas, how are you? Feels like a long time since we had a full panel, man. I thought Cash Weezy was here. He dipped off?
His camera, I think he's fixing an issue with his camera, but man.
Oh man, no Cash Weezy.
It's gonna be there. It's gonna be there. Don't worry.
To talk about the biggest fighter in boxing today. Whoa,
you know that's why he shows up, man. Like Cash Weezy always shows up when the biggest fighters are on the cards. Of course,
man. He knows who the superstars are. Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Mario? Been a while since I've spoken to you.
I know, man. I know. You called in the other day. I was like, we're gonna get to hear from Mitty, and then you didn't come to the phone. But it's all good.
I'm just on that call, and I fell asleep. Man.
Oh yeah, because YouTube too is down also. So You know,
I'm just glad you're here because I don't think you were here the first time around, right? Or maybe you were here for, I don't know. It was some little guys that were supposed to be fighting that you were all excited, then you didn't make the show. So I know Franco's your guy. He's back. He's on the undercard of Top Rank, and Terence Crawford with Kell Brook. He's going to be taking on Moloney.
Yes.
I'm not that excited. I'm not that excited because I feel like because it's like any big fight, you know, it has a rematch clause, so Franco isn't done, you know, and his story doesn't begin. And I kind of was already waiting for that. I didn't know that there was a rematch clause and he was going to be right back in a rematch with Moloney. I just hope that he does better than the first time so that he can move on and try to take a little bit more punishment maybe.
Yeah, I can agree with that. You object with the narrative and the like the events where so you have to do a rematch. So it's like if you beat somebody, it's like you still haven't really beat them until you beat them again, right? I get that and I'm with you, but just from like a boxing perspective, it was a really fun fight and it was a great fight for me. I thought it was really good. A lot of action. I feel like Franco's picked his spots really well. Moloney was very inaccurate in the fight. And, we'll see. I agree, though. I think it would be great if he put a statement on this one. But a knockout's, I think, going to be hard because, that kid took a lot of punishment and he kept coming.
Yo, Mario, I like, the way you open up that, little segment where you say, what? You have to beat a guy twice? Until to say that you really beat him, is that what you said?
Yeah, that's the 2020 boxing Queensberry rules. You didn't hear?
Cool, funny, man.
Nah,
all right.
So let's get into the main event. If you guys, I heard a little dead, so I jumped in, man.
Go ahead.
We're talking Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
ESPN Plus, like Mario said, from the bubble. It's going to be a title fight for the WBO welterweight title, and that's Crawford's belt. It's going to be 12 rounds, and this is the big one. Crawford versus Brook. I guess if you want to be optimistic, there is questions as to how well Brook can do, what sort of shape he came in, and if he came in 100%. What sort of fight does he give Terence Crawford in this matchup? I'm not that optimistic. I think Crawford's gonna handle business as always. I don't foresee his knockout streak stopping. And I know as intelligent he is. I think that he's gonna work the body because Kell Brook has been trying to make weight. So target that body, soften him up, get him in the later rounds. If you check Crawford's box rec, he's usually knocking dudes out later. He's like a welterweight version of Vlad with a lot more excitement, though. Better killer instinct. But yeah, I'm gonna be glued and tuned in, just in case Kell Brook shocks us, surprises us. Maybe he lands the uppercut that he did in the Gennady fight. But I'm not optimistic that he's gonna do enough to get a win or an upset. I don't see that. I don't see that. But I'm open for it to happen and be yelling at the top of my lungs if that's the truth.
Listen, you said the best thing, right? You said the best thing. You said you're gonna be glued to the event, right? So, and if that's the case, that means that the matchup is good enough, right? That's all you ask for from like a boxing match, right? To get your audience glued to it. And the reason why, obviously you mentioned why, but you do believe that maybe there is a way that Kell Brook can do something. Like I'm with you though, right? I think that Crawford has a bit too many tools, right? Like Crawford is the guy that can just box orthodox, box southpaw. He can just like go toe to toe. He can box at a distance. Like he can pretty much do it all, right? So the guy can pick his tactic and strategy and implement it at the highest level. He is considered like as one of the best on the pound for pound list. So yeah, I'm going for him, and I believe in him. I just hope that Kell Brook gives a good account of himself, and I think he can. But there's no shame in losing into Crawford, right? So
No, definitely.
So
I feel too. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I was gonna say, I know this is what haters will say, right? Kell Brook is damaged goods. We've said that before. He got beat up by Errol Spence. He got beat up by Triple G. Now he's fighting Terence Crawford.
He got his face broke twice.
Andre Ward came out this week. I didn't even know this fight was this weekend until the final press conference face-off yesterday. And I read about Andre Ward. I thought this was still wet ink on the contract.
It ain't reached your timeline, Cash.
It ain't reached my timeline like that. Word. Yeah. But Andre Ward saying word. So and maybe because my timeline is flooded by too many Twitter, boxing, media, commentators, all that.
Yeah, you got your ear to the streets, though. There's no excuse.
They talking about everything, and then certain things just get old real quick. Hence, Terence Crawford, not known by me, Enrique Church, the AKA Casual Fan, that he was fighting Kell Brooks. So, back to my thought. I just feel like this is too much, man, for Kell Brook. I think Terence Crawford's going to showcase speed. He's going to showcase accuracy. If it goes 12, he's going to look phenomenal. He's going to dominate. And I'm not giving Kell Brook a chance, even though Andre Ward co-signed it. Andre Ward said we gave him a chance against Gennady. I didn't. So I want to know your thoughts on that.
So
listen, hold on.
Hold on. Let me ask you something. You in the business and shit, somebody walks up to you and they like, yo, you heard of Boxing Voice? You gonna talk bad, down about us or highly about us?
I'm gonna talk highly. I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's my show.
And that's what Ward did.
Right, but that came across my mind too. I thought that Terence Crawford had a better relationship with Andre Ward than Kell Brook.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But he gotta say the fight is good. If he rock with Crawford the long way, he gotta say Kell Brook is a decent opponent, and that's why he's going on.
You don't think that's funny for a second? You don't think that's funny that you're arguing that my man is picking Kell Brook because he's top ranked bias, and then 2 days ago you were arguing that Andre Ward was hating on Earl Spence and bigging up my man Crawford because, right? That's a little weird to me.
What are you talking about? Nobody's.
Well, you're saying that he picked not that he's picked him, but you're saying it's a good fight. I'm sorry, I said pick him, but it's a good fight, right? And you're saying
I never said it was a good fight either. I said I'm gonna be glued to it.
But you're saying Andre Ward is saying that because I think it is a good fight still. Like it's a better fight than I thought it would be. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't know. I woke up Monday. No. Listen, I want to make this very clear. I think Ness is the one that's not tripping, and I think I am tripping. I feel like this is a much bigger fight right now, and I can't even really explain why. Maybe it's been a while since we've seen Crawford, and that could be it. Maybe because a lot of people are reporting that Kell Brook looks really good. A lot of people that I know personally, listen, I'm not talking about them. See, I know who you're going after already, and I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people that you know, that I know, that we know, that have said, yo, do not sleep on Brook. He looks crazy good. I think if he was in any other fight, we'd be talking about that.
Promoters tell, everybody got a guy.
Right.
Everybody got a guy, and they turn to that guy, and they leak something, and that guy says something, and he's credible, and other people run with it, and it is what it is, man. I'm not running. Listen, until fight night, I don't know what Kell Brook we got.
Yo, Francis. What up, man? We were about to say something. What's your view on the fight, man?
Yeah, man. Just waiting for everybody to get a chance to talk. I think it's a great fight, man. I think it's a great fight. I've always said that Kell Brook, being a multimillionaire, is gonna go and get himself prepared and in shape for this fight. It's a second opportunity. Actually, sorry, it's an opportunity to be the two-time welterweight champion in the world and be a two-time world champion, and also add a name like Terence Crawford to his resume as he will petition himself for the Hall of Fame one day, right? So I think overall it's a good fight. Yes, is it 1 or 2 years too late? Absolutely, but nonetheless, fighters fight, and I think Kell Brook can get up for this fight and put out a good performance. At the same time, I think Terence Crawford just being a little bit too skilled for him. When I say a little bit, let me not get it all confused. I think he's a lot too skilled for him. But because Kell Brook, every time he's fought at 147 at a high level, has had a weight clause, weight hydration limit due to the IBF, which he held. Seeing that it's his first fight outside of the 147 IBF title hydration limit, let's see how hydrated he comes in for this fight and how much bigger he can be on fight night after making 147. That's it.
I got a question. So there's 5 panelists right now. How many people really giving a true chance to Kell Brook?
Define true chance so that nobody falls over there by mistake.
True chance that you think he's going to win.
Like
or even go to the 12th round given a competitive fight.
I mean, going to the 12th round.
I can see it going 12.
I can see it going 12, yeah. It's not the issue, but I think we all picked, right? So we pretty much all picked, and we all picked Crawford. So the answer is there.
No, are you saying it's going to be a knockout? Because I almost could bet on a TKO.
I'm going by knockout.
Ness picked Crawford by knockout in February of this year.
So the answer is not there, Mitty. So you going for a 12th round fight or a knockout?
No, because
for me, I'm telling you, I'm going for a Crawford decision, and I said I want Kell Brook to do well. Decision? And meaning I want him to go to a decision. I wanted to make a competitive fight because I believe that if he has flashes of what Kell Brook used to be, and if he can bring that into the fight, maybe he can make that happen. But the problem is against a dude that is that good, right? So losing to Crawford, whether it's by stoppage or by point, is not an indictment on you just to say that you're a trash fighter. You just were in there with arguably the top.
I'm leaning knockout, either KO, TKO, RTD, whatever the towel is, the ref, the doctor, all that. His wife jumping out of
somebody coming to get him.
Yeah, there's no way. Listen.
Has his wife traveled?
Crawford will not end his 7? This will be his 8th, maybe 9th knockout. It's not gonna end with Brook. It can't end with an old version.
Hold on,
Brook.
you say can't. First you said you can't. You're not sure.
No, I'm sure. I like Mario said. I'm glad he said. I didn't know it was that long ago, but I picked Crawford by knockout a long time ago. It's always gonna be.
Flip flop.
It's always gonna be KO, TKO, RTD, towel. His eye fell on the floor and he can't continue something.
I feel that, but you know what though? Part of me believes and wants to see a competitive fight because then that means we're gonna be entertained through 12, right? But then there's this other part of me. Ness said it the other day, and actually Nessa said it before, and I started to really see what he meant when he was saying that Spence is on the other side, building up himself against the toughest guys, and then Crawford's on the other side doing something else. So what does Crawford have to do to make that Spence fight really great? He has to look incredible on ESPN. That's what he needs to do. So his job to make that fight the most lucrative, to get Pacquiao's attention, is to go out and absolutely starch Kell Brook. But that's a tall order. That's such a tall order.
I think
Andre Ward, listen, Andre Ward is smarter than me according to the world, right? And he's saying the same exact thing you're saying, and he's still picking Crawford to do it that way, right? He led with Crawford being with his back against the wall in the sense that he must go out there and affirm his position and make a statement. So many things that normal fighters if Khan was fighting Brook, he wouldn't have the same expectations that Crawford has. But because Crawford is who he is, he must look and do it a certain way. And that's why I'm picking him blindly, without a shadow of a doubt by stoppage. I don't think his knockout streak ends. It's the streak that I think they're at least aware of. That can become a thing. That's a lot of knockouts, and it's a lot in the welterweight division when other people aren't really knocking out welterweights. So he doesn't want to stop that right now. It's a marketing. Look at Berlanga.
I'll speak for myself, man. I'm comfortable with a fighter winning a decision, right? Especially if it's a good decision against another fighter that gives them a good fight, right? not every fight has to end like as a KO, and it's not like a knock on a fighter
Right.
not winning by KO. Like if Crawford goes, let's say, and he may well do that, like completely outscale Kell Brook from 1 to 12, no problem with me. If he wins a tight decision, no problem with me. And because it's all about like who you're fighting, and then that's gonna build up the next fight for him. I guess.
I never take away from a fighter when he loses or if he wins not by domination. I never say he can never come back ferocious. You know what I'm saying? Like I still believe Wilder will come back ferocious even if he fights Fury or not. So, and same with Devin Haney. I think, you know, he just won. Kell Brook is, I don't know, man. He's washed up. I'm sure he could beat other fighters after this and look great at it, but it's not going to be like he probably was better off fighting like a Danny Garcia. And I don't know, man. I don't see him doing anything for Crawford. And if Crawford goes 12, I think that we're going to see a neutralized, protective Kell Brook. I don't envision this fight being competitive at all. Sorry.
Yeah, I think he lands often too. I think he lands often in this fight. I don't know if we'll see like a one punch type. You know, that's a tall order again against a guy like Kell Brook. I don't care how much weight he had to drop. That's a tall order. I could see, you know, Crawford landing enough to where the ref starts to take a look at it. You know what I mean? Something like that. But he'll be landing often.
Yeah.
Yo, Doomy said he got a chocolate bizcocho. Is that how you say brownie in Spanish?
Nah, bizcocho is cake, but
that's what I thought. And also, yo, Show Kid 2005. Damn, I'm the only person in the world giving Brook a chance.
Nah,
Green
you
Beans
and Alex in Australia.
Why can't Brook?
No, people like when people say that is gonna be competitive. I guess like people want to give him a chance. Like even when Ness says like, you know, I'm glued to my TV hoping that something happens. Yeah. It's unlikely, but it means that hey, he's in there and he has the skill to land that uppercut like Ness said.
Or at least
like,
the power.
So maybe that can happen. So that's what we asked you. What do you mean by a chance? Define a chance. Like, is he in there? Can he land that punch? Is he powerful enough? Yes, we've seen him do that before.
Chance to me is that we are like who for
but Brook had mediocre
when
power,
Gervonta
man.
fought Leo, we were like, oh shit, Leo's looking kind of hot right now. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the rounds, right?
But and then he finished like boom,
right. But will Kell Brook look like that?
I think it will. I think it will give like.
I mean, that would be amazing if he could land some shots like if he could land as many shots as Leo. Whoa. I mean, Crawford might need to end it the way Gervonta did in order for that not to be an indictment. Like, Leo was putting hands on Gervonta, but we knew, like, as a boxing fan, once you seen the knockout or watching enough of the fight, you knew those shots wasn't hurting Gervonta and he was just positioning himself. That's why eventually he squared up, eventually started pity-patting them shots, parrying them until he put himself in position. So,
but he has the talent.
The only way I see Terence Crawford stopping Kell Brook is by volume. Otherwise, we're going 12.
Man, volume
is that a bet?
I think most likely happen.
Tripping, man.
No, but he's right. Like, you know, Crawford doesn't really.
What do you mean, my tripping?
Knockout people.
He's not a one-punch knockout artist.
Listen, he don't gotta be. Listen to me. He don't gotta be. But this dude's face is broken. His face is broken. The right shot is gonna make him take a knee. First of all, we're gonna slow him down to the body. Crawford's intelligent. He's not just going for the knockout. First 6 rounds is going to be setting him up, working off the jab, shooting to the body, putting a lot of work on the body because my man was out there. All he was doing was running in sit-ups. That's all he was doing.
Look, there was a question asked to Kell Brook yesterday. I mean, to Terence Crawford in front of Kell Brook, and I was like, oh, immediately I'm like, yo, didn't Kell Brook get stopped or quit a fight once? And
twice.
I learned to love actually Terence Crawford calmness. He was like, well, he's been stopped before. Ask him that question, you know? And it was something like, yo, will he go 12? He's like, well, he's been stopped before. He quit. Ask him that question. You know?
Super chat. Super chat from Mad Bent 100. Go ahead.
No, you got it.
Mad Bent 100 says, I don't think Bud stops Brook by KO. Likely corner stops it. Brook got accurate combinations.
That's what's up. Listen, first of all, the only combination Brook got is the 1-2. Everybody knows that. And secondly, I ain't get to say this. His power might be overrated. Who has he put down with one shot? Who has he knocked out? Like he didn't keep Porter off him. He held Porter. That's his biggest win. That's 6 years ago. Crawford stops this guy, man. I'm telling you.
I believe that. Here's a super chat that is going to strike another conversation by No or New Foul Hamed. It's funny that this is Bud's hardest fight, but he is pound for pound.
Yo, why you had to go that route, though?
So what does that mean? Is this really Bud's hardest fight?
Not hardest, but this will be the biggest name on his resume.
Yeah, it'll be the biggest name on his resume.
I would say as well.
This will be the biggest name on his resume.
Wait, nah, he fought Gambo.
He said
Gambo. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes I like to forget that happened, so.
That's right.
Yeah, I like that too. I want to forget this one. Like that fight didn't really happen. Like,
but it don't matter that he fought Khan. Like, I mean, the only way Khan is more. The only way Khan. No, Khan isn't better.
Khan has a better resume than Brook.
No, he don't.
Khan's a better fighter. Check it out. And the bigger fighter for sure.
Khan got losses.
Check it out. Khan's biggest win. Listen to me.
No, he said Khan's resume is better than Brook.
Yeah, but listen, I got him. Let me get him.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Mitty. I agree with you.
All right, so
Hell yeah.
You getting body too. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Khan's biggest win is Maidana. Maidana, we just talked about it this morning. You know.
Oh, his biggest win is Zab Judah, who was a unified, undisputed 147-pound champion.
If you want to go there, you can even say Barrera.
No, because what you got, listen, the difference between what I'm doing and what you guys are doing is you guys are looking for the biggest name. I'm looking for the biggest
resume is.
No, the biggest active win. That his biggest active win. Barrera was a free fight to build his name. Judah was another free fight. Maidana was a real fight, and that's his biggest win.
I get that, but when we talk about resume, right? You go into a job, you just put your resume and you put the names of the company that you've been to. And that's what it is. But you know, sometimes it don't matter that you were picking up the garbage at that company. They see the name and they say, "Oh, that's cool."
No.
I got a basket weaving degree from Harvard. I still got a degree from Harvard. Right?
I get what you guys are doing, but it doesn't like you can't use the resume. You can't use the resume work metaphor for boxing, right? Because it's not just name. It's when you fought those people. That's why you got guys, they call in and say, oh, Canelo fought somebody at 35, you know? So when Khan fought Barrera, how old was Barrera? Where was he at in his career? And that's why I give him credit for Maidana, because he fought a prime Maidana.
We understand that. We understand that. I understand, like, you know, the timing. Like, that Barrera name, for example, was just like pure, like, build up. Like, you want to have, like, a name on your resume to catapult you into other fight. That's what we keep saying. Like, put a name on your resume. That's what people are saying. Brook is going to be a name on Crawford resume. The same way that you say that, you know, Judah was washed up, Barrera was washed up. That's the same argument that you make for Brook. You say, yeah, he ain't nothing.
He's washed up.
He's washed up, but he's gonna be the biggest name on his resume. So come on, man. That's like what we do.
But again,
it's the same way. It's not the same way, but it's a lot like when you look at Canelo's resume and you say, oh, look, there's Mosley. Like nobody stops to say, Mosley was this and that. Like it's a name on the resume. It's,
you got Paulie, you got Paulie Malignaggi, you got Lamont Peterson, Danny Garcia, Zab Judah. You're gonna try and tell me Barrera, and you're gonna tell me that Crawford's resume. Let me finish. You're gonna tell me that Crawford's resume is better because I'm still waiting to get bodied.
It's Brook. First of all, not Crawford. It's Brook's resume that's better than Khan's.
Okay, Brook, even worse.
And you named a bunch of names and tried to slide in the name to beat the brakes off him.
What was that? Danny Garcia?
No, Lamont. You said,
that was a Khan win. What are you talking about?
No, it wasn't.
Like, that was only a loss in Washington, D.C.
That was the man with the hat.
The man with
that
the
was
hat.
the man with the hat, bro.
Listen,
The man with the hat
this is the
scandal.
point. This is the point. You know, these guys could dance circles around it all they want, but Khan's biggest win is
especially when we get through American, like I'm gonna try to defend as hard as I can. But there's a point also to what we're saying. You gotta.
I'm very, very, very
I just want
to
say this. I just want to say this. To me, Maidana's biggest win. Maidana went on to lose twice and retire. And
to Floyd.
And
yeah, like
Brook,
he's acting like he lost to anybody. Like,
Brook,
yo, you see how he didn't take
you're right.
Floyd?
You're
Like,
right.
stop
That's
it.
cool. That's cool. But he's retired. He lost twice and retired. His biggest and Maidana's biggest win. Okay.
Guess who else lost to Floyd?
But let me
Hey,
just
Canelo.
let me just finish. Let me just finish. I only got 5 or 6 words. So
All right.
his biggest win is Maidana. Maidana's biggest win is Broner, and he went on to retire. Whereas Brook, his biggest win, it is 6 years ago, but it's Sean Porter, who's a 2-time welterweight champ, and right now still a top 3, 4, or 5 in the welterweight division. It's just a bigger win,
Super chat from Mulatto, who says it won't go 12. My man thinks it's getting stopped early.
Thank you.
Ness, you're tripping. What do you mean? He's top 3. He lost it. What? What does that have to do with anything?
Well,
who you fought is who you fought. When you fought him now, you fought
I'll-
then. Who you fought is who
I'll
you
give
fought.
you an example.
When you fought them then, they were on top. Or they were close to on top, but they were on top.
I'll give you an
It's the
example.
same thing now, right? I'm confused.
I'll give you an example of what we mean. So Gervonta Davis fought Pedraza, right? After he beat Pedraza, he became a world champion. When Pedraza went on to become a 2-time world champion, that raised Gervonta's clout. Because the fighter who he beat was good enough to be a champion again. So that's what I'm saying about Brook. Brook dethroned the champion in Sean, came over from another country to America, dethroned Sean. Sean was good enough to become a welterweight champion again, and right now in current day is top 3, 4, or 5. What is it that you don't understand?
So you're trying to. Go ahead, Midi.
No, I mean, like, hey, that's cool. That argument was just like, a little debate over resume. That's fine. I guess we can park it. And
So hold on a second, Ness. Hold on a second. So you're trying to tell me that Amir Khan, right? Okay. He fought a Canelo Alvarez, lost to him. We're talking about a loss, right? But Canelo went on to being a multiple division world champion. But because he lost to him, he didn't?
No, bro. But I'm not saying who Kell lost to. I'm only telling you who Kell beat. The guy that Kell beat went on to be a champion again. You see what I'm saying?
And hey,
again.
I get.
You
I
don't
get
get
the
it.
view right there. How you mentioned Pedraza.
He's trying to give credit to the loser.
Yeah.
Like, well,
Nah,
Khan was in a fight with Canelo and lost
now-
to Canelo, so give him credit.
But Ness, by you saying that, and I ain't holding this against you, but I'm saying what influence it did to my mindset. By you saying Kell Brook came to America and beat Sean Porter and all Sean Porter's accomplishment, I'm saying, damn, Kell Brook is a skillful dude.
He is.
Maybe I should give him a chance.
Yeah, but I preferenced 6 years ago.
I know, and then that's what I was gonna say. But I know that he was beat and destroyed by 2 fighters already, Errol Spence Jr. and Triple G. And I say destroyed, meaning you can't recover from a broken orbital bone. Like you.
Well,
you
they
just gotta
reinforced it with steel. That's why he calls
you
himself.
gotta always protect that. Like you could just get hit with a tennis ball and that should have swell up. So
I mean, we'll see, man. If Crawford's tennis balls swell him up, he gonna be serving some backhands at his cheekbones and see what happens.
But listen, if we all made our picks, we all talked, but we could talk about the rest of the
I don't know
top
that we
ranked
want to
all stars.
move on, man. I mean, is there anything really else to move on to?
I mean, listen. Well, look, the top ranked all stars are in effect. Joshua Franco's taking on Andrew Moloney. That's a good fight. Elvis Rodriguez, Joshua Greer fighting Edwin Rodriguez, not the super middleweight, in case you were wondering. So I think it's a good undercard. It's like a fun undercard.
Yeah,
I mean,
look,
the Franco fight is a fight. The rest are maybe I don't know. I think the rest look like showcase to me, which is normal at the same time, right?
That's true.
And the money low right now, right?
They are showcased.
Yeah, that's true.
They are showcased. Joshua Greer's trained by K. Karoma, and so is Duke Ragan. And Elvis is no longer on this card.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, you know, it's showcased. Greer's coming off a loss, so they're rebuilding. You know,
Did he get a win in between, or like was his last fight? Really
No, his last fight was that loss against Playana. Playana.
Really?
I remember
Playana. Yeah. That kid, that Filipino was nice. He was nice.
Yeah, that was his last fight.
We got super chat from Supermax.
He says, Broner was an undefeated 4-division champion. Porter was undefeated 1-time champion, whose only defense was Paulie. So I don't know, Ness.
Yeah, and that's my point. That's why my argument is Porter, as a 1-time champion, went on to be champion. Forget about Maidana and who he beat. What did he go on to do? After losing to Khan, that's the argument. What did Porter go on to do after losing to Brook? So Maidana gets to fight a small dude moving up. That's still, in retrospect, to this day, people say don't belong at welterweight. So then after that, he gets retired, y'all. Like, stop it. Y'all reaching.
He forced a rematch against the guy who
he didn't force it. That
only
was
other
money.
one person has forced a rematch.
That's money,
so
baby. That's money.
I don't know.
That's money. That's money. Anybody that watches that fight knows that Maidana didn't even win 4 rounds in neither of those fights. 4 is the most.
I know
you could
that,
give him.
but I mean, it obviously was close enough in certain people's minds that they had to have a rematch. I mean,
we went to the Franco fight and we're back to Maidana.
I know. I didn't say it.
Yo, because Brook has the better win, and people need to give Crawford his credit if he beats.
If you say that, if you say he has, if you
Brook
say
has
he
the
has,
better win, I disagree.
If you say no, but even if you say that and you have the opinion that he has the better win,
but he doesn't
cool.
have the backing though. That stuff is so weird.
No,
What you
but
mean?
that's
What
what he's saying.
backing
Like,
don't
so
he
he's
have?
saying
What you
like
mean?
Porter. He's saying like basically what Porter has become after that loss made him think that he's the better win, and also timing in a career. That's what he's saying. So I can just say that's okay. I can respect that opinion, although I will still argue that kind of some decent win that are comparable, and then we can discuss all day long. Right? That's fine.
Khan, after the Maidana win, after Khan beat Maidana, he just kept getting knocked out, y'all. Don't forget that. Don't forget that.
Yo, move on. Mario, what's the next one? Let's move on.
Don't forget
Everybody picking Joshua Franco, I think. Is that in agreement?
Yes.
Everybody picking Joshua Franco. And then I'm sure we're going to all go
but
down.
I want to know, though.
Okay, go ahead.
I missed the fights, like the first fight. So what is the reason why we have like a second fight? Was it like a UD but controversial? It was getting touched up.
Rematch clause, my brother.
Yeah, it was a rematch clause for his title.
Okay. Yeah, so he's just getting it back.
Supermax
Hey,
with
super
the
chat. Yeah,
Supermax with the super chat, super wasted money talking about if Maidana gets Oscar, he's got a better resume. That's what we saying, that when you fight, the person matters. So that's like Khan claiming the Barrera when it don't matter. You fought Barrera when he belonged in a freaking nursing home.
Word.
And I mean that's
and I was right. Look at that.
That's why I just keep saying they're different, right?
Because
exactly.
I can understand.
I agree with that.
He's reading. Ness is reaching with his story hard.
I'm reaching.
It's a piece of paper.
No,
but
you know it too.
Yeah,
it's a piece of paper that doesn't, account for the narrative, like, and all that. So it's just a list of names, and then to people a few years down the line, I say, "Wow, he beat Barrera, damn! Wow,
Definitely
he beat Judah, damn!" That's like, that's the resume, and that's what a resume does for you. It just, speaks for what you've done, like on the surface of it. It's when you go to the job interview and they start scratching that resume, they say, "Oh, what happened?"
Exactly.
Like, that's what you're doing now, right?
Exactly, because when you sit down, listen, you sit down with your resume, and now we in the interview. I'm going through your resume, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, but you fought Billy Dib in the Kingdom of Abdul?
Your resume got you. your resume got you the interview though, whereas like another man didn't even make it to the interview because his resume didn't pass that test. So that's what his resume is.
In this case, resume.
Thank you,
In this case,
that's why I said that's his
It's
reach.
like,
I'm
come
staying
on,
quiet
man.
because he reaching.
Nah, but in this case, the resume brings you into the conversation until
Yes.
at work it's like, oh shit, you built a tree house? Ah, I thought you were part of like the empire, man. Come on.
Yeah.
No, that's
man.
when you
You built
nosy-
two dog houses.
No, that's when you nosily walk over trying to see what's up with the new person. Like, who that? What you do? Oh,
Yo,
that's
listen,
what you do.
listen,
That's your
listen,
resume?
listen. This kills the argument. This kills the argument. This kills the argument. What's a better win for Khan, Maidana or Chris Algieri?
Maidana.
Maidana or Devin Alexander?
Maidana. Maidana went on like
Why?
you said,
Because you beat Broner and fought Floyd?
No,
Is that
no,
what's going on?
no.
Because
I'm
of
just-
the timing again.
I'm
right?
just
If
trying
you
to
wanna
tell
just
you.
do that, right?
I'm just trying to tell you that Khan beat Maidana in 2010, and we still can't find a better win, dog. That's
Yo,
what,
but
it's
then
like,
what does that say, right? And no disrespect to Devin Haney's career, but what does that say about Devin Haney beating Gamboa? If Maidana, to me, Maidana was still relevant after, wait,
Khan?
Khan, yeah,
After
but
the
Devin Alexander,
he rebuilt
Devin
himself,
Alexander
though.
was slowly disintegrating away of boxing.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't. At that point, it was just the beginning because remember, Porter was the one to. Actually, Bradley was the one to make him take his O, and then Maidana beat him. No, he lost to Maidana. I mean, he beat Maidana. Remember, he beat Maidana.
Yeah, he
Devin.
did beat
Devin
Maidana. You're right.
He beat Maidana. I forgot about that.
I know.
But he
so did
went
I.
on. He moved on and still became
he gave the
successful.
blueprint too. He clinched the hell out of Maidana for that fight.
Yeah, but you can't turn around and be like, yo,
There was
he
like a clinch
lost.
count
And it
on
goes
that
back
shit.
to me saying, yo, if you lose, doesn't mean that you're not gonna come back ferocious, as Maidana
No,
proved.
he reinvented himself. He found Robert Garcia. But that doesn't remove from the original argument that Khan's biggest win is 2010. That's 10 years ago, fellas.
Listen, we can all agree that Khan's one of the greatest offensive fighters of all time. Moving on. No, I was playing. But I do want to remind you know what? It's funny that you brought that up though, Mitty, because even though it was a UD, I remember the Joshua Franco. Those were really close cards with the Moloney.
Yeah.
It was 114, 113, 115, 112, and it was 114, 113 twice.
The
So
only reason I ask is because I find it hard to pick on my pick'em league. So I just wanted you guys just to give me like some.
Nah, it was a tight fight.
Steer me in like a direction. Like, so what do you guys think I should do? Franco or
think
Moloney,
Franco
and
wins
why?
it. I think Franco wins it. I mean, look, I don't. You know what? I'm not going to be the one to convince because my man's from San Antonio. He's I'm a fan, so I'll reserve it because I might sound biased.
Well, the thing is this. He's a Golden Boy fighter. He won a fight he wasn't supposed to.
Word.
It's another top rank show, back on another top rank show. I think that Moloney has the ability to box and outbox. He was drug into the firefight that Franco needed. Franco's not even a puncher, but he fights like one. So
Yeah, he does.
I don't know. If Moloney is, if he has any bit of anything in his skull, he's seen the fight, and
We can put it right.
if he's got a brain in his skull, he's seen a fight. He's gonna get on his. He's gonna box from the beginning.
The thing is, though, I feel like there's so much more potential with Franco moving on. Like, my man, he's willing to fight Chocolatito. He's willing to fight Estrada.
Yeah, but
I
he's
think he
gotta
looks for the
win.
winner of that fight. Yeah, he's got to win, of course. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I would really like him to win, only because I feel like the better fights are, within his trajectory. You know what I'm saying? Like, moving forward. I think he ends up fighting one of those guys.
Can he
What
win,
do you
Mario?
think? Like, what do you think? Like the promoter, like who do they have their stock into? Franco or Moloney? Like you just said something that just makes
Top
me think
Rank
that
got their
it's
stock.
Franco,
Top Rank
right?
has Malone.
No, it's
they
in
don't have
Moloney.
Franco. That's a Golden Boy fighter.
Yeah.
I mean, because like, who are they gonna put? First of all, it's his rematch. You know what I mean? It's Maloney's rematch, so you could still kind of, consider him the A side in the sense? Not really.
He is the A side. It's a top
I mean, he's
ranked
the A side, yes, but Franco's coming in with a lot of momentum. So yeah, you're right. I'm just talking about momentum. But ultimately, yeah, they won it. They don't want Franco to win this fight. You know, they definitely don't, because they take away. He takes everything with them.
So if Moloney bucks, he can probably get it on the card.
He should be able to, but
Franco
Franco outworked them the first time, man. But that's what I'm saying. He needs it to be that type of fight. Moloney's a soft, man. We seen both of them dudes get decimated in 1 month.
I don't know if they can do that. I don't know if he can make that adjustment.
They got bad water in Australia.
I didn't mean they're
because
soft.
One got tired, and the other one got folded like a lawn chair.
By Inoue, like that's being stopped.
Yeah.
By the stop.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, listen. This is the sport that you win. You know, being knocked out isn't being knocked out. If being pound for pound is 10, you know, being the highest and 1 being the lowest, being knocked out is fucking 1, bro. Like we can't deny that like.
But
just
that
like
makes you
just
soft,
like
right?
you said, just like you said. Oh, you literally said, I want Brook to at least lose by decision. You know what I'm saying?
Or do well. Like, you know, and that's what it was. Like, so
all right,
do
exactly.
well.
So you want him to do well or lose by decision. You don't want him to get knocked out.
No, because like this is not
that's
like
the
gratifying
bottom.
to start, but also
because knocking out is the bottom.
It's not the bottom. It's like it's understandable. Like you go into fights against like some opponents, and you know that it can happen because they're that good. That doesn't make you bottom of the pile or something. Losing by a knockout to Crawford doesn't make you bottom of the pile, and that's what I was just trying to say. Losing by a knockout to Inoue doesn't make you soft.
I mean, look, I get
Mike
you.
Tyson losing by knockouts doesn't make him soft.
I get you, but this is how I looked at it from the business of boxing. Top Rank has Inoue, so they brought these 2 Australians. It was a package deal. Each of them had titles, and they could sell them. 2 Australians, 2 Moloney brothers, but they were always food. They were always food. One was being served up to the Inoue, and this one wasn't even supposed to lose to Franco. But that's how you know they was food, because one lost to Franco, and the other one got folded by Inoue. They didn't even, listen, at least some dudes, like you said, make it to the 12th round. Like, he got folded. But I hear you. He's a big puncher. He's a big puncher, and Wilder knocks out people, so I get what you're saying. Maybe it was expected.
I don't want him just to make it great, just to make it to a 12th round. I want him to be in a competitive fight and hear the decision, right? Like maybe here, like even a judge gives it to him, like a split decision. I'll be like, wow, at least you can just go and say, yo,
let me get this.
What
let me take a sip here.
That's what I want. Whether it will happen, I don't know, because Crawford is that good. That's the problem.
Wishing on a star. Yo, you bugging. He ain't that water. He ain't gonna get that competitive, man. I mean, listen, it would be good though, because Crawford has that mean streak. So you hit Crawford, he wants to hit you back. He gets upset. So look, we don't know. What's important is how he made that weight. Can he still have energy after the 6 because of all the struggle to make the weight? Because that's where the truth is at. Once you get to that 6th round, that second half of the fight, is it all depleted? Did you leave it in the gym just to make the weight, or can you actually kick in that second gear, you know, and have that second win and make it a competitive fight? Because statistically, I don't think there was a bigger man in the ring with him in the later rounds. I know people like to give Benavidez credit, but I mean, have you ever put your bike on the kickstand and it fell over because the kickstand was weak? That's Benavidez's legs. So it's totally different than facing Brook, who's really big. Like, if you check their Instagram, I mean, Brook's shoulders are so much bigger than Crawford's. Like, they both have side-by-sides.
How about what's his name? Australian. Damn. Like, he even went to fight at 154 and 160 after. Like,
What, Hogan? Dennis Hogan?
No, like Crawford beats him. Like he beat Pacquiao.
Jeff Horn.
Jeff Horn, I think like maybe he doesn't look big like in terms of like muscle bone and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure he was bigger than him. Like it's a dude that fought at 154 even to 160.
He even went to
so
160.
He's giving up size to everybody.
Yeah, but you see,
he ain't on the skill level of
you see, but the size
exactly
the
I don't know
size.
about that, you know?
The size that Kell Brook
160.
I'd put my money on that for sure all day long.
Yeah, I think that what Horn has in size, Kell Brook makes up for that in skill, and that's what Horn lacks. Horn was big,
and that's what it looks like muscle bound and all those things. Like, but that doesn't mean that it was a heavier dude. Don't put your money on it blindly like that. Just ask what it was, weighed in on the day of the fight or before the fight, and then you'll find out.
That's a fair point.
Definitely
a fair point.
Yo, what's fucking with Kell Brook only got 2 losses? Like Mitty said, yo, when you pull out the resume, it's going to look good 5 years from now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what resumes are, man.
All right.
But it's going to be 3. So 5 years from now, you're going to see 3.
No, but but what he's saying is you look at back when they fought and you'd be like, oh, man, Brook only lost twice. Wait, he only lost a spin? You know what I'm saying? So that's how they're going to look at it.
Yo, Crawford fans need to run with that. Look, what's this? Let me see. So this is 1.
Ness changing his parlay.
1.
Not telling nobody.
2.
3 fights you got in your parlay?
3. 4. 5. 6. 7 undefeated fighters Crawford's beat with names on them. That's a pretty. Yeah. That's pretty. See, you need a good publicist to make you look good. That's a pretty decent stat right there. Aegis Kavalaskas was undefeated. Benavidez was undefeated. Jeff Horn was undefeated. Julius Ndongo undefeated. Victor Postal undefeated. Yudogis Gamboa, the unicorn, undefeated.
I think the bat call got Izzy to send Ness some not poison, but some cereal with something in it that made him come over to the dark side.
Yo, they spiked my raisin bread.
They spiked your raisin bread.
Spiked my raisin bread. Nah, but yo, even Andres Klimov was undefeated. That's a little stat they need to start using over at Top Rank, man.
Word.
We got a super chat from Stick Talk Boxing. It says, Ness, why do you hate Crawford so much? And you owe the back chat an apology for the show earlier. Ooh. Yo, we just talked about Crawford for an hour. Literally 54 minutes right now. Who hates him?
You can't say any more about the fight. We was talking about the fight, not the hate.
Yo, like someone in the chat say, Mom was undefeated.
That's funny. Mom was undefeated.
Yo, why you gonna say it, Minnie? Why you gonna say it? Just let it slide.
Oh man, I'll find it funny.
That's great. That's hilarious. Yo, but listen, the rest of the card rounds out with like you said, Joshua Greer, Edwin Rodriguez. It's not the super middleweight Edwin Rodriguez. It's a guy with 5 losses. I think he has 5 losses. Yeah, 11-5-1 from Puerto Rico. So I don't know. With Joshua Greer, he's just so unpredictable in terms of what fighter, like who he is when he's walking in the ring that night. You know what I mean? Like I've seen Joshua Greer and fight really well, looking like a superb talent. And then I've seen Joshua Greer lost at times in the ring. So I don't know. I wouldn't put any money on that. Tyler Howard, who I'm not very familiar with, but he's fighting KeAndrae Leatherwood. It's another fighter that we at the TBV are familiar with. So, but these are all, top rank all-stars.
Joshua Greer is on the get back. He should definitely have a good comeback fight after, laying an egg, being one of the first fights since the pandemic and the bubble. Hopefully he comes back and puts on a decent performance, if not a good performance.
I'm expecting
and get a win.
one.
That's a great point.
Because he switched trainers.
Right. He's one of the first guys that came back.
He's with Shakur's trainer now. So, they got him getting right. He's with Prince. You know, he's got to be getting over there, getting. You know, imagine what it's like to train alongside Shakur, Joshua Greer, this dude Duke Ragan. Who else is in that camp? I follow K. I mean, he looks like he could cook too. He was posting mad food this week, cooking for all them guys. Well, so I don't know. I think you know, if Joshua has any true ambition, he's re-inspired being with this team and probably gonna look very good.
Word. I agree.
And his opponent like has a few losses also. Right? I looked at it like in the pick'em league. Like, so they picked like an opponent that looks like, you know, could make him look good for that comeback fight, right? Which makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
And,
does he still come to the ring with his pillow? Like, because that's the guy, right? That's the guy.
That's the guy with the pillow.
With the pillow and
with the pillow.
I mean, he can't stop. He can't stop coming with it. He's got to stick with the pillow, man.
Yeah, that's his. It's part of his brand. It's part of his brand now.
Yeah, his branding.
Hey man, like you have to stop, man, because when you lose like this and all that, like people can come back at you and say, "Why do you bring that pillow? Is that for yourself or something?"
That's
like
true.
That?
Yo, this is
but
off
if
topic.
you wins, you gonna want to buy a pillow.
That's what you would say, maybe.
This is off topic, but a little bit on it since we talking bubble and Top Rank. Have you guys heard anything? And I'm obviously asking Mitty, but have you guys heard anything cool about Guido and IBEF rematch, man? What's up with that? They went silent.
Nothing about that.
I haven't heard anything. The only thing I heard was like after the fight itself, his manager on Facebook and on social media, like, and as Guido's manager, right? Sam Jones like was saying that a rematch, you know, would be good, right? And there should be a rematch. But I don't know if anything happened after that. Like, so, you know, I don't know. Why are you asking? Have you seen anything, or you just wondered?
No, I just wondered because since we're talking Joshua Greer and Shakur, that team, you know, the trainer of that team, who, you know, also just McKellar became a champion too, and he's the trainer. K. Kimura, he has the Real Big Baby. And remember, the Real Big Baby wanted that fight. But that he said he wanted that fight on an interview here before that fight with Guido actually happened. So I'm trying to see how many fights it would be before they let Big Baby have them.
Yeah, no, but and also if I remember correctly, Guido had like a nasty cut also in that fight. So
yeah,
you know that rematch happening that soon after a cut, maybe it's probably not happening.
To pull off, right?
But yeah, no, like I said, like I'd seen like his manager Sam Jones, like Guido's manager, saying that, you know, hey, they need to do a rematch. So I don't know if it was immediate rematch, but I'm assuming it's immediate rematch, right? So you don't need to let that stuff marinate or anything, right? So
what other fight do either of them have that would be like bigger in terms of, you know what I'm saying? Like any other guy that would go. Man. Yeah, exactly.
It's the heavyweight division, man. I will move away from that.
He's going to put it right. You would motivate, but I think like what they want to do is like, you know, if he's that dude and if it's just like game plan or he messed up on that fight, go and put it right because we have big plans for you. And if you can't get past IBA,
we got a problem.
Then we got a problem.
I mean, because you're looking at it that way. They could just also hit the pause button. He's still young. He's not 30s. You know what I mean?
Word.
So it's like instead of going back into the IBEF fight and quote unquote proving something, let's prove that shit in the gym. Let's go to work. Let's fix what we need to fix.
Yeah, we can do that too.
You know?
That's just trying to find an opponent for DR. He's like, wait, Guido, are you taking him or am I taking? No, you take. Okay,
nah.
I mean, like they can do that too. It just really depends on like Guido and his team and how quickly they want to move things, and then maybe he won't have any choice, right? Like so. But yeah, like there are two different ways of going about it. So let's see what they do.
That would have been nice if it was on this undercard. I mean, again, you talked about the cut. It obviously might not have been possible, but it would have fit really well on this one. Another like tight, you know, close fight would have been good on this one because, man, now that I look at it, like it was a lot of names I was excited for. You know, Raymond Muratalla, who's the brother of Gabriel, the teacher. I really like Gabriel. He seems like a really good. Yeah, Raymond's on the card. You know, he had just got a win. He's had a pretty decent 2020, and Elvis, who a lot of people are saying is going to be the prospect of the year. On the card too. So I don't know, but you're right. It would have just been better with another 50-50-ish, 60-40 type of fight.
Elvis is off, right?
Yeah, Elvis is
That's
off.
right. Fuck, I keep forgetting Elvis is off. Damn it.
But let's move on to
he
the
was listed
zone.
against TBA forever anyway, so that's
true.
That's good for him.
Let's move on to the DAZN card. I'll turn it over to Mitty here with Katie Taylor's back in a fight already. I didn't even know, and I don't know who she's fighting.
I mean, like, the names are just like, what is important, right? And that's something that needs to be highlighted. What is happening this weekend on the DAZN card is something that we haven't seen in a long time, or I haven't seen at all. We've got like three ladies fight headlining, and that's 3 world title as well. So you have Katie Taylor in action, you have Rachel Ball in action, and you have Terri Harper. Like, so obviously, it's catering for the UK audience with like 3 female that are dominant in the UK,
and they're all title fights.
They're all world title fight right now. The problem that we have generally as boxing fans is we're not necessarily that educated on who the opponents are, and it's difficult because there's not that much a depth of of opponent out there. So it's kind of difficult. You couldn't say, oh, you know what, we only know the A side there. I wouldn't argue with that. I think those 3 girls should be winning their fights, all 3 of them. Maybe Rachel Ball is the one that has the harder task. But it's amazing. This is an opportunity what's her name?
Who's that? Savannah Marshall?
Clarissa Shield should be loving an event like that, right? So, and if that can translate and happen in the US, where you have an all-female card, or at least 3 female headlining, that would be good, man. That would be awesome. Clarissa should be loving something like that. So, but yeah, so that's what you have there. So the return of Katie Taylor in action, and I'm picking Katie Taylor, right? So she's got Miriam Gutierrez in there. I can't talk to you about Gutierrez and what she's done that much. All I'm hearing is that she's got power, but you've got to have more than just power when you box Katie Taylor. She needs to show that she has movement, and I don't know. Katie is probably going to take it, in my opinion. Terri Harper is in a hard fight against Thanderz. Thanderz is from I want to say she's from Denmark, Denmark, or one of the Nordic countries.
Norway. She's from Norway.
Exactly, Norway. And,
I got your bet, man. I got your bet.
No, that's cool. I'm just doing it off the top, right? And then she's also hungry, right? She's coming for that, and she's coming for Terri Harper. Again, we've seen Terri Harper against Natasha Jonas earlier in fight camp, in a difficult fight that ended up being a draw, controversial. But yeah, Terri Harper is supposed to win that fight, but it's not as easy as we see. Like I said, Thanderz has ambition of her own, and she's there to make a fight. I'm going for Terri Harper. And then the last title fight that we have out there is Rachel Ball against a late minutes replacement. Well, I mean a 2 or 3 weeks replacement. The lady is called Guanini. And so Rachel Ball, I think she's in a harder fight because she's also a bit of an unknown entity. We don't know. She's not on the level of Katie Taylor. She's not on the level of Terri Harper. But that's her opportunity. She came out of she was in there against man, what's wrong with me and all the name out there? She was in there in fight camp against Shannon Courtney. And she took her opportunity in both hands. She dropped Shannon Courtney. She wasn't supposed to win that fight. She won that fight on fight camp. And she now get the opportunity like at a world title. So the stuff of a dream, man. Like so, that's a good opportunity for her, and let's see what happens there. So those are the three ladies fight. Like, what are your views on those fights, guys? And what do you make of having like a female headline act? Like, and is that something that we'd like to say?
No, I'm excited. I'm glad that they're getting the shine. I'm much more familiar with Katie Taylor and Terri Harper, obviously. But I remember watching women's boxing on, y'all remember that beIN Sports? It was like a Spanish station, there and Telemundo, and they would always come out and excite. Like, they'd always have good fights, but it was like, you didn't know who I didn't know who they were. There were very few names in the sport, and now women's boxing is so much further from then. That was back in 2010, 2012, and now it's just become so much more prominent. The names are starting to resonate with fans more and more. And these kind of events are the type of events that, women's boxing and boxing in general need to propel the sport. Like, we need more women interested in boxing. And the answer to that isn't simply just creating the next Canelo, the next Mayweather. It's also diversifying the sport at its highest level. And that means introducing women into the sport at its highest level. And so giving 3 title fights to headline this card on DAZN in London, it's solid. And you got John, how do you say it, Doherty or something like that, and Jack Cullen. Yeah. That's not a bad little fight too. I'm excited to see Cash fight. He was supposed to fight a couple weeks ago, right? Or like 2-3 weeks ago, something like that, and wasn't able to be on the card or whatever. And so it's a decent little card. It's really not bad at all. I think we do need more of them.
It's new. It is the innovation, right? It's the innovation, and like I hope they showcase. Like I hope they have all 3 of them have a good fight, and they showcase what they can do, and hopefully that paves the way for doing it out there, worldwide, right? Like in the U.S., everywhere, and we'll see, right? So
definitely, I'm picking all A sides.
So my take on it, definitely, I'm looking forward to the Katie Taylor fight. Katie Taylor is in another tough fight, coming off of a tough fight against her rematch, who everybody, if you were being as real as possible, thought that she might have lost, on the cards based on the performance that she had put in that particular night. But like the good sport boxing is, you're able to always wrong and right, and she was able to get back in there, make some adjustments, and win this one more decisively, so to speak. And now she's back in there with another tough opponent. And the reason why this opponent is considered tough is because she carries a little bit of power with her. So she's unpredictable, and she can either knock her down or end the fight at any point. And that is something that you always got to, have in the back of your mind when you're fighting. So, but Katie Taylor, again, like Midi said, skills, right? The skills pay the bills, and there's levels to the skills, and you got to have a little bit more than power to offset Katie Taylor at this particular point in her career. I think she's seen a lot of styles, and she'll be ready and prepared for this particular fighter that's coming forward. Now, in terms of Terri Harper versus Thanderz, that's also going to be a good fight. Terri Harper coming off a tough fight against Natasha Jonas, who, again, skills, man, full of skills. I'm looking forward for Terri Harper to come through this fight solely because I want to see her take on Michaela Mares. They've had a lot of beef going back and forth on social media, and I think that stylistically that'd be a good fight. Michaela Mares put on a great performance a couple weeks ago, and so we're looking for Terri Harper to come through this one, and let's have a unification bout, and that would be totally amazing at super featherweight for the women's division. Also, I don't really know much about Rachel Ball and Guanini, but I'm looking forward to it to be a good fight. It's a championship fight, and if I had to pick, I think what's her name, Guanini, definitely can pull it through. But let's see.
Are you going for the upset? Oh, yeah, cool.
Oh, the upset.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going for the upset. Yeah.
All right, so that was
the rest of them.
card.
I don't really know who they are.
That was the DAZN card, and that's pretty much it, right? So we all went through it.
Yeah, there was a couple other little topics. I know Boxing Social was one. I can't remember who the other one was. Got interviews with Mauricio Solomon today in the last couple of days, and he talked about the Bridger weight class. and that they're going to eventually bring down the maximum to 190. So that would be cruiserweight would be 190, and bridgerweight would go from 190 to the 224. Is it right? 224?
Yeah.
224, yeah.
Class. So I don't know. I thought that was very interesting. I thought that was interesting. It's going to be. I don't know how they accomplish that. Like, that's such a very drastic thing to do. Now, I like that they're not doing it right away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think? Because cutting that difference from cruiser to light heavyweight has always been something that people felt should be done.
It is interesting, but I haven't yet heard the opinion of active fighters, right? Fighters that we are saying that could well fall within that division. I would love to hear the views of like an Usyk, for example, who probably won't like it because he says that, you know what, I'm ready to fight Joshua, for example, and that's what I'm going for. So why are you telling me that I have to be at 224? I'd like to hear like Deontay Wilder, because a few people said that that's a division that he could easily slide into because he weighs in around that or even lighter than that. And guys like over on the other side too, like Lawrence Okoli in the UK is a big cruiserweight that people are saying that is either a very small heavyweight and will benefit for a division like that, or like like we said, like a massive cruiserweight. So I'd like to hear from those fighters to see, do they feel disrespected, like joining that division, or do they see it as an opportunity that will benefit them? I'm sure you'll have like people on a different spectrum of that conversation, but I got the gut feel that most fighters will feel disrespected. They will say, hey, you know what? We want to have a go at the big boys. We want to have those big purses also, because the big boys also mean like big purses, massive fights, right? So, and you're really talking about like what, 2 or 3 of them, right? The big boys, right? So,
it's fun.
But at the same time, I understand the rationale though.
Yeah, no, it's funny that you brought that up too, because in the interview, Suleiman made it clear that he doesn't expect Usyk or Wilder to be anywhere near this division in terms of contending. He both said that they're heavyweight contenders, but the one weird thing about it was he went out of his way to say something like, "Well, Usyk," exactly what you said. Well, Usyk's obviously not going to join, or something like that, because he's got the AJ fight and the money associated with that. And then he turned around and said, "And those that saw him in his last fight, I'll let y'all make the judgment call." And the thing is, like, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it almost kind of felt like hey, why don't you think about it? But he knows he's not going to turn down that AJ money, but he does not expect either of those guys to compete it. But what was said was that he said that there's been several smaller heavyweights and bigger cruiserweights, guys that fall into this landscape, that have been asking him for years to create a division like this. He said that. He didn't give out any names because he said, I don't want to embarrass anybody. But he said that because that was the one thing he made clear.
Bellew. Like Tony Bellew was part.
Yeah,
he's not active, right? So he can probably voice like his opinion without just like being like classified, you know what, you're trying to create something for yourself, or you're trying to duck, whatever. So now you can just say what he really feels and is trying to do for the sport. But definitely Bellew was like very vocal on this. I don't know how I like it, right? But I'm
not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it.
But the only thing I would say, like a bit of information, I don't know if like everyone knows, but you guys touched up on it on the show midweek when you spoke about it. The Bridgerweight's name comes from a young boy called Bridger Walker, who actually stepped in, or just like jumped in to save his sister who was getting mauled by a dog. And he's like scarred for life, right? I don't know if you guys seen some of those pictures, but he has like, big, like, so many stitches he had to add on his face, right?
Yeah. Of course, Ness is screen sharing Mr. Bridger Walker. Of course.
Oh, are you?
I've been.
I don't know if I'm on pause, but 30 seconds. But anyway, once you see that on there, you'll see him. And that's a tribute to that the bravery of that boy, right? And so Suleiman is doing a good thing. Like the WBC does a lot of good things like that in terms of just like giving shine into acts of honors and stuff like that. But I like that gesture, but I don't know if I like the division. That's
A nice
that's my
gesture. I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie. Like, what were the odds on this young man's name being Bridger, and then Bridge being like the
Bridging the two
or
ways.
exactly like I mean 1 in a million. They probably just were like, nope, perfect.
Yeah.
But
And by the way, just people asking that he didn't, he didn't die, and he actually saved his sister.
Awesome.
Like so that's awesome. And he's 6 years old, right? Imagine putting yourself between a dog, which I only can imagine is like, a pit bull type of dog, or just like, and your sister. And, I don't know, like, kids do amazing things, and that boy definitely did that, man.
Yeah, he did something great. That was awesome.
German Shepherd, they said it was.
Oh, German Shepherd?
Quick, that's what the
the article said?
Yeah, that's what it says here.
Cool.
Real quick, just want to remind everybody we're going to be having Mario Barrios, the WBA regular champ, at about 8:30 Eastern, 17 minutes or so, 13 minutes from now. And tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m., we will be having Jeff Mayweather on the show as well.
Oh, Jeff.
Sweet.
Cool.
Awesome,
Cool.
awesome. Maybe the cannon pops up. Who knows?
What's your view on the Bridgerweight division, Ness? Because I know you stepped down for a bit.
Man, I don't like it, man. I mean, it's like another cruiserweight now. It's. I guess Bridger will be more popular than cruiserweight, because now cruiserweight limit gets pushed to 190.
Yeah.
So maybe they need to just destroy that division. Cruiserweight was never popular. The biggest shine it got in the last 10 years was the World Boxing Super Series and Alexander Usyk undisputing it. But Cruiserweight hadn't been popping. Like, I don't even know anybody that David Haye beat at Cruiserweight besides Enzo Macronelli and shit. So, Cruiserweight wasn't jumping back in the day. Until recently. So I don't know. Maybe they need to get rid of that. And this Bridgerweight, since they're technically heavyweights, it'll still produce the knockouts and excitement that we want. And then the super heavyweights would obviously do that because they're even bigger.
You never heard of a guy called Jean-Marc Mormec?
Yeah. I think he moved up once to fight Vlad, right?
Yeah. Hey, fought him and got like a good victory over him. So
yeah, no, we'll see. I mean,
isn't he a French guy?
He is a French guy. That's why I had to say it, man. Come on, man.
No, and it's good. Here, look, the problem is that huge gap. Light heavyweight to cruiserweight. That 25-pound gap is just so huge. So, like, I get what you're saying. Eliminate cruiserweight and just have it this, but then you have an even bigger, weight disparagement from what would be cruiserweight now at 175 minimum or 176 minimum to the 224 maximum. That would just be, it would be too big, or too much.
Yeah.
But anyway, listen, if we got 10 minutes, I guess we can just knock through this last topic. Ryan Garcia expressing interest in rescheduling his Luke Campbell fight. Luke Campbell, we all know, tested positive for COVID, and their December 5th fight is off. And Ryan Garcia wants to reschedule that fight on the undercard of Canelo Smith. So Canelo and Callum Smith, they're supposed to fight December 18th or 19th. And Ryan Garcia had made it his intentions known on an article from ESPN saying that, he's into it. And then he asked his fans on Twitter, how does anybody, what's up, Texas? Or he said something like that, basically like Texas, I'm coming or whatever. But yeah, what do y'all think about that?
I mean, the more the better, man. It's a good fight, right?
Yep.
And all it can do is add to the card.
Yeah, it's a good fight. It makes sense, and it's an all-round win for everyone involved, right? It's good for Ryan and for Campbell. It just means like more eyeball on their fight, even more eyeball than they would be. I guess it's if we going to assume that this is like going to be a DAZN fight, It's good for the DAZN because they were supposed to have a launch with Ryan and Campbell on the 5th of December. This is not happening now, so they moved their launch to that date, and that's even bigger because you now have Canelo and whoever is fighting, whether it's Smith, whether it's Ryder, and someone else, who knows. So yeah, that makes sense, and it also makes sense because Reynoso can't be into two places at the same time. So having Ryan Garcia and Canelo on the same bill is advantageous for him because he's going to be able to work the corner of two of his good fighters there. So yeah.
Well, I think for sure isn't Jesus Martinez rumored to be on the undercard for sure?
Julio Cesar Martinez?
Yeah, the other Reynoso guy. Mario, you're muted.
Maybe.
My bad, I know I was muted. Yeah, no, I did hear that he's supposed to be on a card. I mean, they've been looking for a date. I mean, he had so many missed opportunities over the past, 8 months, 12 months, something like that. So, yeah, they need to get him a fight. But it's just so weird that, after everything that went down, Canelo and Ryan Garcia find themselves on a card together on DAZN. It is strange.
Mario!
What's happening?
That's Mario.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, champ? How are you, man?
Good, man, good. Let me get this thing set up.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. I never use this.
Not yet.
You got to turn the camera on.
Yeah, at the bottom, there should be like a little camera logo. You just tap perfect. You know what you're doing.
All right, so is that good now?
That's great. You know what? Could you turn it sideways for us to get that landscape?
Let's see if
hopefully it's not locked.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. The champ knows what he's doing.
All right.
We good now.
He's the champ. He knows.
Ah, shit.
It fell. It's all good.
So how are you, brother?
I'm good, man. Just enjoying being home right now.
So obviously, congratulations. That was a good fight and a good stoppage. Did you? I don't know. Did it bother you any that you had to do that to Ryan? Did you guys know each other personally, both being from Texas, or no?
I mean, the fight started to get pretty ugly. I felt like the ref was gonna have to call it off regardless. But I mean, at the end of the day, Ryan was in there to take my hardware, everything I worked hard for. So, I mean, it was only business. When the fight was over, I went to his locker room, shook his hand, everything. I think we're good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm so glad. What did he say anything to you afterwards? I mean, what kind of conversation was that? Because I've covered y'all for so long. Y'all are on a lot of the same cards, and it just for those of us that have covered the Texas scene, that was really an important fight. Two guys that have kind of come up with the same. Obviously, you took some directions. You've blown up and done things bigger. But what was said in that locker room?
I mean, not much, man. I mean, Ryan's a real humble guy as well. There's a reason why we have supported each other for so long. I mean, he congratulated me. I told him, man, it was an honor, to have a fight with him. I thanked him, for bringing, a tough fight. And, yeah, man, then we just went our separate ways.
So, Mario, have you had the opportunity to watch the fight back on television?
I did, actually. I watched it this last weekend. We had a bunch of family and stuff over at the house. So we were rewatching the card.
That's awesome.
Did you notice that the commentators were pushing you in the direction of Regis Prograis?
Yeah. I think everybody has been.
Really? How do you feel about that?
Oh man, I'm open to it. I mean, of course, me being who I am, I would like to fight one of the other champions. But I mean, the way things are right now, that's gonna wait a little while. But I mean, I would gladly be open to a fight with Regis.
Now,
yeah, I gotta. Okay.
I'm sorry to follow up, champ. Because of the pandemic, does that change anything for you? Meaning, Regis is a fight you're willing to take during this time, or is Regis a fight that you want, but you want it when you can have fans?
I mean, a fight with Regis. I mean, I mean, it's a fight. I mean, I'm willing, to take. That's, I mean, really all there is to it. I mean, it doesn't matter, when it happens. It doesn't matter if it happens, real soon or later. I know. I mean, the type of fight that Regis brings, and I know it would be an action-packed fight regardless, and it'll be great for boxing fans.
Hey, how you doing? My name is. Okay, go ahead. Follow up, Ness.
I'm sorry. Yo,
Okay,
have you talked to Virgil about that fight though?
Nah, we haven't.
Nothing at all.
Nah, I mean, Virgil, he's very, he'll talk about a fight if it's made. He's not really on the whole like hypotheticals stuff, but I mean, both of us agree. I mean, we believe, my style and my build, it's not good for Regis.
All right. Go ahead.
Hey,
Francis.
how you doing? I'm Francis from Toronto, Canada. Congratulations on your victory. This one,
Appreciate it, man.
Start off with that. I just had 2 questions out the way because there's a lot of people here and they have a lot to say. So just get mine out the way. First question I want to ask you is, how was it training during this whole pandemic? I know everybody had the issue, so I want to hear from your side. How was it training for you? Did you do anything different or anything like that? And then my second question is there anybody else other than Regis that you were looking at if you can't get that fight to be next fighter to fight? So you can answer the first one.
Yeah. I mean, because of the whole COVID and everything, in camp, I was having to get tested every week. And, so that was pretty annoying. And just the fact that, I mean, my sparring partners as well, they had to be getting tested, frequently. So, I mean, just be, having to find the sparring, that agrees to getting tested, having to wait for the results and everything. I feel like that was the only really annoying part. And I mean, and the gym being so like, how would I say, like nobody being able to be in the gym. It was a very quiet camp. I was literally just saw Virgil, my cut man, every day for like two or 3 months. So, I mean, when I came back to San Antonio, I mean, I was super excited until I guess realized what the bubble actually is. And we literally just saw like the room and the lobby where we would get tested and get the food. So, I mean, that was kind of annoying being in San Antonio, but actually like not being home.
Okay, cool. And for the second question, actually, just to follow up that real quick on that, what's different than a normal camp? Because a normal camp is usually isolation versus with COVID, which is another form of isolation, right?
Yeah. It was like.
So what's the difference?
Isolation.
What's the difference to you? Oh, it's extreme isolation. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So and then for the question, who would be next other than Regis if you couldn't get that fight? That was my second question.
I mean, there's a lot of big names at 140, with big fights to be made. Whenever I sit down with my managers, we're gonna decide, what the next step is, because at that too, there's the possibility of the rematch with Akhmadov as well. It's just seeing how everything plays out.
Mario, is it safe to assume, because look, I've covered you for a long time and I know you'd fight Regis. Like, that's not a question to me. But is it safe to assume that for you and the trajectory that you're on, 147, because you're a big guy. I mean, you're only going to get bigger. I know you're going to be at 147. I mean, your dad told me, I remember a long time ago, that 147 was is where you were going to head. Is it safer to say that you're looking more forward to those fights and those matchups that can be made as opposed to what's happening at 140, being that the bulk of the belts on the other side of the fence?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty safe to say, man. Like I said, I mean, if it was up to me, I mean, I would be fighting one of the other champions, like next. But I mean, like I said, I mean, they're all wrapped up. How you put on the other side of the street. But I mean, our focus right now is on, is staying at 140. So I mean, keep on defending my title. Keep on bringing the exciting fights. And but I mean, no doubt. I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm giving myself maybe a year. We might actually start tasting out the waters at 147 if one of those big fights can be made. But I mean, we know it's only a matter of time. I mean, this last fight, I mean, I did great in camp with making the weight. I was, really on top of things, how I should have been with the Akhmadov fight, But I mean, the boxing is about learning and growing, So I learned from that fight, and I was on top of everything for this last camp, which is why I had the results that I did. But I forgot where I was going with this.
Oh, that's okay. Let me ask you a
good.
question in the meantime. I'll ask you a question in the meantime. What is your pre-fight and post-fight meal for this camp?
My pre-fight meal, right as soon as I finished fighting, man, I was literally just trying to like get out of the bubble. I thought I had my girl drive my car to Alamo Dome because I thought I was gonna be able to just leave, but it turns out I had to get shuttled back to get my luggage. So I had my girl meet me at the hotel with my little sisters, and we went straight to this taco truck over here in San Antonio. It's my favorite taco truck, and I got many tacos.
Nice.
So how much tacos can you eat in one sitting?
What kind of tacos though? What was in them?
Asada.
Asada street tacos. San Antonio's mini tacos, the asadas, they're like legendary. They've been on like all the shows and everything.
Yeah, no, it's great, man.
That's fire. Awesome. Go ahead, Mitty.
Hey, Mario. Thanks for coming on. Right. So, congrats on your fight. That was a really good fight. Speaking about the fight itself, like, did Ryan do anything that surprised you, and were you like a little bit like surprised by his aggressive nature? Because he just came and met you head on, right, very early on. So,
yeah. There wasn't. I mean, I wasn't surprised by Ryan putting pressure. Again, I knew that was going to be his only, I want to say his main game plan, because, I know going into that fight, his corner, my corner, we both knew that he couldn't outbox me. So, I mean, he was gonna have to try to outwork me. But again, it was just taking a while just to get used to the way he was rushing in, just trying to time it and everything, establishing my jab. That's the only thing that took a minute, but I mean, by the third or fourth round, I mean, I was already starting to like hurt him with, I mean, even my jab.
Exactly, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, it felt like, as the fight went on, precisely like you said, around the third and fourth round, that's when you started to just like get the measure of him, the measure of his attack. But like, can you just like describe like the instruction from like Virgil in there? Because like my view of Virgil is that he will just try to be the scientist of this, right? And try to make sure that you take your time and get to him. Like, so what was Virgil telling you and how to handle the pressure early on?
Virgil was telling me in the fight, for sure, I mean, he wanted me to use the jab more, than what I originally was. But like I said, I mean, it was just the way he was rushing in and the way he was countering and moving, it was throwing me off. So I was using the jab a lot. But once I started to pick that up, then, Virgil, his only other instructions were, just, stay patient, stay relaxed in there, pick the body shots, when he opens up. And then on the inside, Virgil was telling me, to just like stop turning away, because he was throwing a lot of rabbit punches that the ref wasn't calling. So, I mean, Virgil's, his instructions were always going to be, what's best for me. And I mean, at the time, I mean, that was, him telling me to turn my head on the other side, on the inside, and then just use a jab were like his main instructions.
That's cool. And just a quick one, as like completely separate from that topic, but I remember the last time you were on the show, you said that you're a really good friend with Suleiman Sissoko. And, what's your reaction to the announcement that, he signed like with the management company, like 248, and I guess like with hopefully, or Matchroom, right? So,
yeah, no, I mean, I'm super happy for him. I had always told Suleiman and Tony Yoka, man, I'm waiting for them, to where they start fighting all the time in the U.S. And I mean, so with the announcement and everything, man, I was super happy for him. He's I know he's in the Bay Area right now. So I mean, I might go out there in a week or two and go pay him a visit.
That's cool. That's what's up. Cool.
So I got some questions. My questions are a little bit weird and wacky because everybody's come with the boxing, so I'm gonna come with something different so people get to know you a little bit different, right? A little bit better. So just bear with me, okay? First question I want to ask you is, if you were a superhero and you could have a superhero power, what would that be?
I would want to be able to teleport, man, because I fucking hate traveling. Like I hate flying. I like, man, like dealing with airports. I hate driving, man. I'm too tall for that. Like I can't drive far. I think for sure I would want to be able to teleport.
Teleport would be one. What's up? All right. Name everybody has a guilty pleasure, and I'm talking about food guilty pleasure.
Okay.
Right. So that's something that you normally wouldn't have during camp, or when you're doing something specific that you can't have. But when you can have it, you gotta have it. You know what I mean? For me, I'm gonna put it out there. I love Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh,
so if I get me some Krispy Kremes, I'm on 10. You know what I mean? I eat 40 of them days one time.
Especially when that red light is on, where it's like when they're like right off the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
All warm.
Nah, mine is ice cream, man. It doesn't even matter what kind. Man, when I'm in camp, I had to really like force myself to not get ice cream, and so that for sure is like my guilty pleasure.
Okay, go ahead, guys.
So let's switch gears a little bit. Talk about Joshua Franco, who's from San Antonio, Texas. I know he's in a big fight with his rematch. Did you see the first one? And if so, what do you think about the rematch? What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I watched the first one. Man, me and Josh have been boys since we were like real young. So I mean, I'm obviously supported him. Every one of his fights, I've done whatever I can to watch them. But I think it's gonna be a repeat. Josh has always been a real intelligent fighter, and I feel like Moloney isn't gonna be able to bring anything else, to surprise Josh.
I got one question. I got one question to ask you. In boxing, right? There comes a point where you rub shoulders with pretty much people that you came up with in the youth system, with amateur system, come all the way up to the pros. And sometimes there's just people in life that you just don't get along with. Is there any fighter in boxing that when you hear their name or you see them, it just rubs you the wrong way? Especially in your division.
Nah. So specific.
Nah. It was like I know I was trying to say like, nah, not really, man. I ain't a hater or anything, or I don't got beef with anybody, to like talk bad on anybody's name. I do my work. I let my work speak for itself, and yeah, man, I keep it simple.
I love that.
Word.
Mario, do you think a fight with you and Omar Figueroa could ever happen, or do you think he's probably retired at this point?
Man, I don't even know. I forgot about him.
Wow.
And not in a fucked up way, but
no, I know what you meant. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even too sure, man. I mean, if he's still boxing, then it would probably be a big fight at 147. I know he struggles with his weight sometimes. He hadn't seen 40 in a minute, but I could see that fight, happening down the line in Texas.
Hey Mario, quick question. You got the resident UK host on here. What is your take on potentially one day fighting in the UK? And who would that opponent be in your mind that you'd want to fight in the UK?
Well, right now, because Thanderz is champion. Right? Yeah. I wish it could have been, but I have always wanted to go out there to the UK, fight somebody in their backyard. It's always been kind of like a dream of mine, just to fight someone in their backyard, upset them. And I like to travel, so I would love to fight, anywhere in Europe, Asia, wherever.
Your style is good, right? And especially if you come out here, you have a good performance, you get the win, you'll definitely win the crowd, because you're always in good, exciting fight, crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I've been at fights, where they have huge a huge fan base, from the UK and Europe. I was at the Tyson Fury fight. Man, them European fans, dude, they're badass, man. I've had a lot of fun with them.
Hey, Mitty, Coach Mitty, what do you think about maybe O'Hara Davis or for Mario?
It could happen, but again, that's
what do you think about
talking
that,
about side of the streets, and Mario, is O'Hara Davis even on your radar, or is it a fight that you'd like to have? Or?
He ain't. Who is he? Tell
as a UK opponent.
Tell him, Mario, I never heard of him.
Oh God.
Yeah, there you go. So he probably not. He's not on your radar. His name is O'Hara Davis, and
he actually looks.
He's well ranked in the WBC, right? I'm pretty sure he's in the top 10. He recently won an event called the MTK Golden Contracts. So I don't know if you followed that at the 140. So it's a big name it's a popular name in the UK. It used to be signed by to Matchroom before, is now promoted managed by MTK Global. So yeah, like so I guess if it's not on your radar, but it could be a good fight.
Let me save him here. The only UK dude that we want to talk about is Josh Taylor. So
It's Josh Taylor.
Mario, explain to me, what did Mendoza explain to you? Because you're a champion in the WBA, but what does that mean to or how does that get you to the champions above you in the WBA? Because you are right under Josh Taylor, who's the super champion. You're the regular champion, and then there is an interim champion. So how do you get a shot at Taylor, or does the WBA not ever give you one, a shot at the super?
No, man. I mean, I've every time I've talked to him, I've brought that up. Like, man, like I want that super belt, and I mean, we're gonna continue to keep on doing whatever we can, to keep on getting the title eliminators, the title fights, try to do whatever I can to get to that title before, like I said, I mean, I move up and everything.
I hear that. I like that. So,
but there's no direct route with the WBA.
I don't think there's any direct route with any of the sanctioning bodies.
Mm.
All right. Go ahead,
So
Mario.
speaking of the UK, was a pretty big fight this weekend. Terence Crawford and Kell Brook. We had Xander Zayas, who was breaking down all these fights for us, right? And I was like, whoa, this kid is impressive. And then he told us to make a bet, and we made it, and we lost. So I'm gonna ask you. I'll put you on the hot seat. Does Crawford get the stoppage against Kell Brook this week or no?
I think so.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
These guys don't believe me, man. They tripping.
I say he could get like an accumulation stoppage, like something that the ref takes a look at, or the corner's like, my boy's had enough. But next thing, he about to hit him into the fourth row. So
Nah,
Mario,
I don't think he's getting a wilder stoppage, but I think that he's gonna do it late like he always does, and he'll break them down strategically.
Is he pound for pound, Mario Crawford?
Like on my list.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a number one, but I mean, he's up there.
He's up there. Okay, that's fair enough. You
Hey,
want to say
Mario.
Canelo? That's...
So
go ahead.
Who's your
No, go
number
ahead.
one? Who's your number one? I see you with the grin. I want to know now.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was trying not to. Like, he just wants to say it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say, man, I still have Canelo right now as my number one.
That's fair.
That's a great number one. That's a great number one.
That's Nessa's favorite number one. So
Hey, Mario, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. All right, quick hitters. One, what music do you like to listen to before you get into a fight? Before you win the fight, is it high tempo, low tempo? Like
low tempo.
Is there a particular reason why it's low tempo?
Man, I think just being in the gym all the time. I mean, especially with Virgil, the way we work over there is everything's real smooth, real technical. So I mean, we listen to a lot of oldies, a lot of like more like chill stuff. So before a fight, I mean, I have like a chill playlist I like put on and just jamming out, just getting in the zone.
Was it hard getting used to that, like, or did you always kind of listen to that type of music? Because I could assume going from being a young guy and then transitioning to the Bay to listening to everything Virgil listens to.
I mean, a lot of what Virgil listens to is actually music I grew up on. I grew up all kind of Pachuco or like Chicano, growing to the car shows. Listening to oldies all the time.
oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. So I mean, it's something. I mean, when I started going to the Bay, I mean, Virgil doesn't like music in the gym. That has like a lot of like cuss words, swear words, which is just understandable, respectful.
Yeah.
So I mean, he listens to a lot of oldies, and I mean, I've always loved them. I never really trained to them, up until then, but I mean, it's smooth.
All right, I'm gonna put you on the hot seat right now. Okay, we're gonna dig deep a little bit. Okay, this is the 12th round. And you tired? The mouthpiece is hanging out your mouth, and the shots are coming. Let's see if you can dodge them. Okay.
All right,
cool. Top 3 movies of all time.
Oh, what the hell, man? I watched a lot of movies. Man, I'm a big Marvel guy. So, I mean,
yes. All right.
Guardians of the Galaxy, they're like my favorite ones.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And top 3 albums right now you're listening to, or top 3 songs. Let's make it easy.
That's not easy, man. I listen to everything. I listen to punk. I listen to rap, hip hop, oldies.
So you got all that on the playlist right now.
Yeah, I have everything. System of Down just came out with a song that I've been jamming super heavy called "Protect the Land." That one's pretty badass. Because System of Down was one of my favorite bands that got me into rock. When I was younger. So the fact that they came out after so many years just to put a song called "Protect the Land."
Okay, my final question that I want to ask you to finish it off is I want to know your top 3 favorite cars, right? Sports car, race car, and luxury car. Well, that sports car and race car is the same thing, but you get my point.
Yeah. Man, wait, can the sport car? All right, hold on.
So you better take it easy.
Yeah. Like, all right, sport car. I'm gonna go with the Mercedes AMG GT. Luxury car, probably. Man, I'm real big on Mercedes. I like the S class for luxury.
Okay.
And what was the other one?
Just give me a big body, something big like
SUV,
a truck,
an SUV.
Yeah, SUV.
Man, I like trucks. I'm from Texas, man. I'll take a Texas Edition Silverado, deck it out, put some monster truck tires on it and everything.
Okay.
That's like the Texas answer right there.
Oh, and to finish it off, if somebody is coming to your city, they come into your city. Top 3 places they must eat.
Man, we got a lot of good food over here.
I know that taco truck you just said. That one's a good one, right?
That taco truck is called. I don't even know the name of it. I go there so often. Tacos El Rehedio.
Yeah, that sounds. I think that is what it is.
Yeah,
I don't know it personally, but I've heard somebody bring that up before.
Yeah.
I want to say the champ recommended me to eat here.
Yeah, that one.
About Margaritos or Margaritas. The one by the square. Oh, okay. Never mind. That place is good.
Oh, wait. You're talking about Mi Tierra?
Is that what it's called? It might be that.
Yeah, because that's like a real well-known Mexican restaurant.
They have that they have that dope chorizo and cheese. You know what I'm talking about? When it's super hot and it comes to your table flaming. That shit's good, bro.
Man,
that's good.
I haven't had dinner yet, man. I'm getting hungry. I can't even pick a third one, man.
That's cool. That's it. Go ahead, Ness.
Nah, I'm good, man. Mario, I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on. You want to give out your social media, please do. But obviously, thank you for coming on the show and always having time for us, man. Happy to see that your career is definitely headed in the right direction and that the union, man. I remember when your dad first took you to Virgil, man. It's crazy. I can't believe that everything has worked out as good as it did, man. I'm happy for you, and I hope that you continue to go up the ladder, man. Up the ladder for superstardom.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate all you guys having me. It's always a pleasure, dude.
For sure,
all
brother.
right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mario. Appreciate
there you have
it,
ladies and gentlemen. Mario Barrios, San Antonio, WBA regular champ.
Oh, man, I forgot to ask him if he was going to be in Texas, man.
Yo, and why I had it on the tip of my tongue, too, about, you're going to Dallas, you're going to Dallas. I kept saying it, and
I was going to say it, but I was like, let me wait till all the boxing questions are done, and then I'll come with, and I was like, damn.
But you know he's going to be there. We just got to hit him
back. He lives in Texas. It's just like, you know.
It's come through, yeah.
Nah, but, I mean, San Antonio and Dallas is far.
Yeah, that's like a 4.5 hour drive, maybe.
Yeah, so he's gotta have someone that wants to go to catch that flight.
Oh, word, good call. You're right.
I
mean, who knows? Maybe they've called him and they're like, "Yo, you're gonna come through. We're gonna put the light on you." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be good to build up that Regis
guest commentator.
Regis fight. I'm shocked that he's like, yo, he thinks Regis style is all wrong for him. Because Carl landed some shots.
Yeah, no, Carl early on, it was a good fight, but Mario did all the right things. What I'm most interested in is what kind of strength and power does he carry to 147? That's always been my question. I've always felt like he was just a really big kid. I mean, you got to see him in person to see, how much bigger he really is. I mean, I remember covering him one of the first times and not not knowing it was him for, I mean, hours. Literally, I'm like, man, who is that giant? Like, that's Mario Barrios. I was like, what? No way. And, you know, he's just surprisingly tall.
Well, what's next on the docket? We talked to Ryan. We went through the notes.
We talked Ryan. We didn't go through the notes. Golden Boy won the WBO purse bid for Teixeira Castellano title fight again. This is the second time they've got it. It looks like it's a go now. So, you know, I'm glad that we're going to get this.
I'm like, how are they back in a purse bid? What the hell happened?
Well, because... Oh shit! I have the article up too. It was because, damn it, why was it? I forgot, to be honest with you. Let me. I'm gonna check real quick. It won't take that long. But they had to go back to purse bid. Golden Boy won it with a $420,000 purse bid. Castellanos side had bid like $227,000. So Golden Boy won it again. But yeah, it's gonna happen now. So. At least we didn't lose out on that fight, because it's a good fight. It's one that Castellano earned. You know, Teixeira, it's a good fight for him too. You know, and who knows what the
closer
winner...
to undisputed.
Mario,
Word, exactly.
Mario.
What?
So how do you feel about your fight doing all them views like that? You been getting hit up or what? You been getting hit up or what? Have they been hitting
I put that on the notes. No, I'm just playing.
Yo, Mario, you're signing autographs now in your town, right?
No, I think my family's been making a bunch of different YouTube names so they can comment, so they can commentate. No, I was playing. So they can comment on it. No, I was playing though.
Yeah, that's good for the views,
but how do you
man.
feel though, Mario? How do you feel?
No, it's cool, man. I mean, that's dope. I'm glad, you know, that people respond to it. You know, I think like it's one of those things where people wondered how I would do, and then it's like, oh well, he didn't, you know, get effed up. I mean, I lost, you know, handedly, but it's like, oh well, if he didn't get effed up, maybe I won't get effed up. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those type of things.
Yeah.
Listen, your promoter jumped ship on you, man. He was after the fight. He was like, "Yo, it was a knockdown. It was a knockdown." After that, he's like, "Yo, Mario, bro, Mario, you need work, Mario. Mario, you need work, Mario."
Mario, what I told you.
He's like, "Mario, you need work."
No, but I like that. I like that Ness was able to watch the footage that you put together, Francis, and then just be a bit more relaxed about it because he saw things like in a better light and all that. And to be honest, the credit to both of you, Mario and Kim, right? But you know, at the same time, Kim did a lot of good work that he wasn't getting credit for, so now he's getting it. So that's all good.
And that's one of the reasons why that's one of the reasons why I put the tape together, because you see what happened is that for fighters who get in there, don't feel bad about yourself. Just watch the tape and see what you did good and what you did bad. It's just a work on. You know what I mean? It's just a practice.
And you know, the good thing too, I know this wasn't the goal, but like what it ended up accomplishing is that we see that when you see a fight from a different angle, it can look very different. We've said that for years. You know, judges sometimes they get flack and rightfully so, but there are other times where, you know, it's an honest call. They're seeing a different fight than somebody on another side of the ring or somebody at home or somebody from the balcony or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
Vanessa was different. Vanessa was mindset. Like,
that's why.
But that's the misconception. See, people think all of a sudden I seen a new angle and I didn't see what I saw.
It's just the mindset. You were just hyped at the moment.
No, it's not even that. It's just that I got to see more of Keem through this view, but you also see what Mario did through this view, and that's the views that people are seeing. It's like I told Mario what almost feels like a month now ago, but I said Keem is going to ask you for the rematch. You don't have to ask for it because the streets will talk, and if you look at the comments, they talking. That's all I gotta say.
Mitty, you know why? That's why this is respectfully disagree with you with the one angle, because of the fact of being a director myself. I understand what multiple angles do. The one angle, if a fighter being a novice stays in one particular area, you're not gonna see the fighter on the other side and the work that he's doing. And that's what happened with Ness. Whenever Mario's back was to Ness, he couldn't see what Keem was doing. The work that Keem was doing.
You don't need to convince me of that, but you're missing.
No, I was convincing.
You're missing my point we're missing my point with the one camera angle. I'm saying that when we first getting delivered the full fights on Patreon, as a viewer, I would love to have a one view that doesn't change from one camera angle to the other, because we don't have the resources to do that in the slickest way right now, and therefore we're missing quite a lot. You can still do your like multi-view angles after, just giving a highlight and all that. But as I'm watching the fights for the first time on Patreon, the full fight, unedited, and you're switching from one camera to the other, the switch on always that slick. We're missing parts of the action, whereas I'd rather have like one single panoramic view based on the means that we have for now. Once we get like a TV production kind of like setups and all the right equipment and all that, yeah, cool, we can just do all the slick stuff. But we have to recognize that we're not there right now. So
that's where we're agreeing to disagree, because I agree with what you're saying, but I'm saying based off my knowledge of knowing how to do this, I know that we can do it without having, because that same equipment that you're looking for is going to cost us a lot more money to get the panoramic view, because it has to be in a position to give you a panoramic view. It can't.
What are you saying? I do that today on certain shows, and I can tell you I do that for almost zero, almost, you know. But anyway, like that's cool.
I'd love to see it. Yeah, I'd love to see it. But yeah, it's
no
growth,
problem.
man.
It's on YouTube. I can send you that. But that's cool.
So you're saying one camera angle is better?
As you're viewing the full fights.
What lens? What millimeter lens?
It's also controls, right?
Of course, it's not better, right? Of course, it's not better.
No. I get what you're saying.
With the means that we have right now, right?
I get what you're saying. I just want to know what millimeter you're using. What millimeter is that lens to capture that wide shot?
I'm not technical like that, but I can just get all that information, right? So
that's what I'm saying with that.
With the whole lens and whatnot. If it's a wide shot, it's better, huh?
Not gonna be able to. I'm saying it's all about who's controlling the switching to know what it is they switching, and that makes off the sense. And I agree with what Mitty's saying.
No, but no switch if you go to one wide angle shot.
Yeah, you got to get the perfect. It's not every gym that's gonna give you the ability to do that. But I hear you.
No, you're right. You're right. To get a wide angle, you might have to.
You're gonna always run into problems unless you have a locked location.
You might have to go further back, because usually those one wide angles are like elevated on bleachers or something. But whatever. Neither here nor there. We're gonna open up these phone lines. You know the number to call in: 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion. Right here, the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation over there, or you can call in to Blog Talk, which is open. Let's do this. Yo, you want to run down them sponsors?
Yeah, let's make it happen, man.
Let's go! I'm ready!
Who you starting with?
So first of all, we're going to start off with shout out to Brian Custer of Last Stand Podcast. You go on YouTube, Last Stand Podcast. Listen, man, I got to shout out Brian Custer because he's getting all the interviews that people are not getting right now. We're talking about Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder. He's having a lot of big interviews right now.
And Danny was on there.
Earl, Danny. So, yeah, definitely go and check out Brian Custer's Last Stand Podcast. A lot of good information, great interviews. Got to check him out. Adrian Clark, protect yourself at all times. He's going to be supporting our Border Wars fighters with protecting themselves with headgear and gloves. Shout out to him. Shout out to Kendall Holt, which is holt.boxing.glove on IG. That's holt.boxing.glove on IG. Go and check him out. They're going to be sponsored sleek, cool boxing gear that you're going to want to add to your repertoire when you go and check it out. UndisputedGloves.com. Coach Rivera and the whole team. Shout out to UndisputedGloves.com. Go and check them out. Mario Munguia wore the white pair of the Undisputed Gloves where he got the knockdown in against Keem, according to popular belief. So yeah, go. You might if you shop with them, who knows? You might get a knockout wearing their gloves. Yeah. Also, you want to check out Big Rig Trucking Agency.com. Big Rig Insurance Trucking Agency. For all the truckers out there, go and check it out. They got good rates and deals. There might be something there for you. Also, last but never least, wirelessbudshop.com. Wirelessbudshop.com to get your ears. Right now, they're having a discount or deal going on. I think it's 30 to 50% off your purchase. And you can you can use TBV if not, and get 15% to 50% off your purchase. Wireless wirelessbuzzshop.com. Last but never least, can't forget Bravish. Bravish.com, Xavier Miller. I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly. I always say it wrong, but I think it's Bravish.
Bravos.
Shout out to Xavier Miller for making that connection. They're going to be sending us a bunch of gear and stuff like that. We are totally excited. Border Wars 9, Dallas, Texas, December 5th. We got a full fight card. Man, if you're not going to be in the building, sign up to Patreon because you're going to feel like you want to be in the building when you watch and check out Border Wars 9. Also, we can't forget, last but never least, El Camino Electrical, always supporting TBV and Border Wars. Shout out to all the fighters. Marvin versus Rel, main event. For sure, Fire D versus Elias. We got our very own Mario Munguia versus King Amin of Essex. We got Machine Gullet versus Chris Vega. We got Eric Cruz versus Ringwalk Danny. We got Donnell Fernandez versus Corey. We got Cash the Dad taking on Sean Mission. Chach the Dad is taking on Sean Mission Impossible Joes. We got Ant versus Ambrose. We got the big boys, Big Super Max taking on Smoke 'em Out Jay out of Las Vegas, making his Border Wars debut. We also got Angel Garcia taking on Karma Surge. Listen, man, the card is on fire. You don't want to miss it. Woo! I'm on fire. I'm excited. I can't wait. Tomorrow could be December 5th because, listen, man, this card about to be lit.
Alrighty then. Going on out to our callers and quick word from...
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Oh, yeah, that was off the dome, too.
Going out to Super Chat. Looking like... Who's up? De Leon Daniels says, Mario, get some sparring and get used to getting hit. Get in shape and you can beat him with what you have now. Confidence, champ. You got some pop, champ. I told you that. So if you let anybody else tell you that, and then he not even here, man. Ah, man. You see this? You see this, guys? All right.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Let me see that we get out to 117,000 yet, man. Oh my God, it's taking like 100 million years. We still need like 50 subs to get to 117,000. Can I get 50 subs? I want to wake up to 50 subs, man. Can I get 117,000? What's really good, man? Damn, can I get some good energy coming your way towards me?
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Yo, TBV, what's good? What's good, everybody?
What up?
I mean?
Yo, we got a big... What's going on? We got a big fight weekend. Yo, I ain't been in the back channel because I don't even want to waste my call on it. But yo, I like my device that I was using the Skype on is all busted up, so it's all crazy for me. So that's my bad. But yeah, this is a big fight weekend coming up. Yo, somebody was saying earlier, Ness, I know you was trying to insist that somehow the back channel was saying that Kell Brook is a better fight for, nah. Listen, what I will say is, Terence Crawford, this fight, it's got to be good because what else are we going to get? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about the weight drain. Yeah, I don't want to hear about the weight drain because after this, I'm one of these fake optimists. After this, I believe we're going to get, Terence Crawford. He might even go to PBC like some of the other people on the internet tell it. I don't know. But I definitely got Crawford with a stoppage. And, after that, we're going to be on here pissing and moaning. That's my call.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
I want to be
You're not lying though.
I want to be optimistic with him too, but I don't know, man. Crawford on PBC, I don't know. That's something to be seen. You know what I mean? I gotta see it before I could.
You don't got your ears to the Twitter streets. They saying that's
something
a wrap.
I gotta see.
Let them tell you. That's what Amin said. Let them tell you.
Something I gotta see before I can believe.
No, I know. I'm trolling you.
Nah, but listen. Don't forget that I called it the minute that Bomac brought Hooker to PBC. I said that is.
Did.
I said that was gonna open up the door because now Bomac, who's the manager of Crawford, gets to see how PBC really works, not no secondhand shit. You feel me? But we'll see.
We have
what
a legend.
Who's on?
In Blog Talk. Wait.
Is it Legendary Baby?
No.
Oh,
it's not. I just want to make sure it is who I think it is. Okay.
Suleiman the Scholar, what up?
Scholar. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, Nash?
All good, champ. How are you?
Hello?
Yeah,
man,
we got you, Suleiman.
Good, man. Yeah, man, yeah. So this fight right here, man, everybody's overlooking Kell Brook because of the injury that he had, right? But, like, for example, like, before he lost to Triple G, he was stopping guys early. I mean, he beat Franco early, 4th round TKO. He was throwing TKOing people. He was real strong. His upper body was monstrous. He knocked out Kevin Bissier in 2 rounds before he fought Triple G because the guy that was going to fight Triple G originally didn't want to fight. So he was doing pretty good in the first rounds, in the first early rounds with Triple G, and then he started getting wear and tear, getting on the inside because he was tapping, and he got hurt. That's what created the injury. Same thing with the fight with Spence. Edwin Spence. He was winning the fight. In the early ongoing, he was winning the fight. And then he started taking a little wear and tear from the opponent because the opponent made adjustments. And he's a mind you, he's a world-class opponent. He lost. So now the question is, can Terence Crawford make the adjustments, which he did what he did when he fought Horn, but can he do it to Kell Brook, who's a bigger man coming down from 154, and he won a regional belt at 154 also. Can he be able to defeat this guy and weather the storm, okay? And maybe if he gets this, maybe once he weathers the storm, maybe he could create a win. But if he gets hurt early and he doesn't recover, and doesn't make adjustments, and his reflexes are deteriorating. Terence Crawford, he's getting hit much more now. He's trying to be an exciting fighter. So I got a feeling Kell Brook's going to do an upset. He's gonna stop him. It's gonna probably be like the 5th round. Because the guy has a lot of upper body strength. He's coming down. He had enough time to heal from his injury. And if he goes back to his old school, like when he knocked out Bissier, when he knocked out Alvaro Robles, he could pull an upset. And I think he should just retire when he's on top. He shouldn't stay there. Just defeat the guy, just move on to go out like that as an ex-champion because his longevity because of the injury is not going to be too long. He's not going to be in the fighting for a long time. Thank you for giving me your time. And also, when you were interviewing this gentleman, you was talking about the WBA. I asked you a couple of questions before on Facebook. I don't understand how come the WBA is not enforcing these fighters. You got a guy like the WBA regular heavyweight champion has defended that belt for over 3 years. There should be something should be done about that. The media's not saying nothing because they say that he hasn't fought anybody, but still they should say something about that, and they should be able to enforce that man to fight. He's pretty popular. I don't see why. Hello.
Yeah, you there, Sue?
Hello?
Let me hear you.
Yeah, I don't see why nobody's saying that. That guy hasn't fought nobody.
Cut it.
Shout out to the Scholar.
Suleiman. He used to call in on a regular basis. It's been a while, man.
It had been a while. It's been about, I remember he called in like maybe 3 months ago, maybe.
Oh, I missed it.
Was the last time?
I'm talking like, I thought it was a year plus. Like,
oh, yeah.
No more.
Yeah,
I remember you used to love the double handbag. You would always call and say, "Yeah, the guy needs to use the double handbag a little bit more in training." So every single call. Like, but shout out to him though. I like him.
Let me get to Coach J Mac. You got big Supermax using that double end bag? Huh? Do you got big Supermax using that double end bag?
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style.
I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from Terrence.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing him. You want to bet? You bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. Easy. Let's bet $1 million.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Man, we don't need the double end bag. We got a different mission going on here. I couldn't hear the dude calling, man. He was just running. I couldn't even understand everything he was saying. Was he trying to say that we shitting on Kell too much and Kell actually got a chance?
Who? Like the caller just now?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, he was just saying that he's a good opponent, like to give credit where credit's due.
And he's speaking here because he's saying, like, what we kind of said in conversation, that he's a fast starter. He's saying like Kell Brook starts fast, which I agree with, but that doesn't mean he stops Crawford. But who knows, man?
Well, I mean, I can do my breakdown if anybody care to hear it. a million times. Kell Brook is a top heavy fighter. He has 6 round fighter. He has decent athleticism. That's what his confidence. He had a decent hand speed. His best combination is the 1-2. The only thing about the 1-2, Kell Brook throws it off balance and he squares his feet up like Mr. Mitty pointed out the other day. For that pivot that he does, he never does it in an elite fight. When you go back and watch all his top opponents he fight against, he just goes strictly to the 1-2. So what that tells me, Kell Brook have a problem with thinking at the high level, or at least when they're in there with an opponent that makes him think. Now we know Crawford makes hell of adjustments, arguably the guy who makes the best adjustments in the sport, but not go fall for the footwork issues that Kell Brook present. Because we seen what he did with Amir Khan with the footwork and the speed, and Kell Brook doesn't have that speed, or he can't throw his hands that fast to jump in. He's going to be jumping in off balance. Once he loses confidence that he can't land those big shots, then it's going to become a thinking game. On a thinking game, I'm going to give the edge to Crawford. Crawford's going to edge him out. Crawford going to start picking his poison, start picking his shots. Kell going to start backing up, trying to retreat for room to think. Bud is going to start moving forward, putting pressure on him. Kell Brook is going to mentally get tired, and then that's when the stoppage is coming. That's my breakdown. That's how I think the fight could go. I just jumped back on. I didn't hear most of the show. I got Bud stopping him after 8, 9, and around there and stuff like that. I don't know what round is going to be, but that's my prediction. That's my call.
Alrighty then.
Well, you're not gonna say like who played the soundbite, like say ha when Kell, he said Crawford makes the best adjustment. I agree, he's the master of making adjustment, man. Like the guy can do a lot, man. Like that's impressive,
I mean, I think he also said he was the best at something else. He didn't just say adjustments, right? He said best footwork, I think he said.
No, he complained about the footwork of Kell Brook. He saying he can't do it. The type of slick movement that he does from time to time, he's saying that he only does it against lesser opponents. But then, when he against top competition, he says he loses balance, especially with his 1-2 combinations. But I mean, he made good points, man. Crawford can make those adjustments. He's the man. He's good.
He's definitely 1 and 2 in big fights,
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, can you hear me? Or am I too loud in the background?
We got you.
Sorry, I'm next to the freeway. But yeah, man, PBC 2020. I think PBC is taking over. I'm glad that Crawford's made a smart decision. Tired of being the baby boy, time to move up. I got Kell Brook. Obviously, I said that in the past. It's not hate. Um, I've always noticed, you can't just over, think that someone's that good. I haven't seen it, but I thought Amir Khan, wobbled him a little bit too. So who knows? That's my call.
Yeah, I saw that too.
All right, I guess he's done. We're going out to Info Joe, California.
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the Know, presented by my brother.
Yo, Joe, up there.
Info.
Joe, you there?
Yo, you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Now we do.
Yo, we hear
Oh,
you. We
okay,
hear you.
okay. Okay, good. What's up, my people, my TBB family? What's happening? How y'all doing?
Good, man.
We good.
We good.
Yeah, long week, man. Hey, first things first, man. Everybody hit the thumbs up, man. I don't know why y'all haven't subscribed or joined Patreon. You got boxing bars. You got border wars. You got the TBV Pick'em League. You got the betting show. All your needs, and you got the most knowledgeable boxing community in the world on here. We all don't agree. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing about TBB. We all don't agree. So you're going to get a little bit of everything on here. So hit the thumbs up. This is where the pound for pound work goes down. Now, you know what? First things first, man, I don't like the bridger weight, man. I think it's a way for the sanctioning bodies to juice the fighters out of more money. It's a hustle. We got too many damn belts as it is. Just listening to Mario Barrios talking about he don't know when he going to get a shot at the super belt. They might as well have level 1, level 2, level 3 champions then, if that's the case. But I don't like the bridger weight, man. The heavyweight has been working like this so far, so good. We don't need no more belts. I think it's a hustle. Far as with Tyson Fury saying this week that he wasn't going to fight Wilder because of what he said, I think it's all talk. I think he's going to get the most revenue fighting AJ and fighting Wilder. Yeah, even if he does fight AJ next, he's going to have to swing back around to fight Wilder if they really want a big revenue, big pay-per-view fight. So I think it's just all talk. Put me down for Crawford. I'm thinking about maybe a 10th, 11th round stoppage. I'm going to ask y'all a question. Do y'all think, would everybody be disappointed if he didn't stop Brook? That's my question to y'all, to the panel.
Not if it's like a intelligent massacre. You know what I mean? Not if he really picks him apart and dissects him. I would be okay. But I think he really does. We need to see something impressive still.
For me, regardless, whether it's I won't be disappointed if it goes to a decision. Whether it's closer than we think or a shutout, that's what it is. It's finding a way to get a W, and that's what Crawford does. Sometimes, most of the time, stoppage, but you don't have to be a stoppage all the time, man. And I'm not like that, man. You win. That's good for you, man.
Yeah, I hope that Kell Brook puts on a great performance, because you're going to see another level of Terence Crawford, and that's what we're all looking for him to put on a masterclass, whether it's by knockouts or by decision. We're going to see something we've never seen before. We're talking about the slick southpaw orthodox switch hitting fighter with pop.
That's
looking
right.
For a good fight, man.
What about you, Ness?
What? I'll be disappointed if he don't get a stoppage. Come on,
I figured you would say that. I figured you would say that.
People disappointed that Canelo fighting the number one super middleweight in the world. Why wouldn't I be disappointed that you don't knock out this dude that ain't fought in this division in 3 years? Come on, man.
Yeah. I'm expecting the stoppage though.
His diet damn near knocked him out. He already coming in the ring dead off the diet alone.
Crawford just need to go to that body, man. Make easy work of him, man.
Easy work.
But looking forward to Border Wars, man. Hope to see all y'all down in Dallas, man. We're going to have a great time, fam. That's all I got. Peace and blessings to y'all, man.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go. Info Joe. Whoa.
Real quick, we going out to King born in Brooklyn, Mitty's favorite caller. Look at they start smiling when King Born comes on.
When you see old dirty bastard fall in a position like that, then you know that I'm getting ready to bust your...
Hey, yo, you hear me? You hear me? Y'all hear me? You hear me? All right, let's get to it. Listen, yesterday you can call me King Born a scientist, you heard? I told y'all if nobody know about Woonga, and Woonga is the drug that's mixed with heroin, rat poison, HIV, antiviral drugs, and baking soda. Now, I'm going to teach y'all something interesting. There's a drug called scopolamine, which is SCOPALMINE, which is called the devil's breath. And that is in Nicaragua, Mexico. And what it is, it's odorless, it's colorless. So what it is, somebody could walk up to you, blow it in your face, or an old lady could dip it in a card and be like, hey, sir, can you take my card? And what happens, here's the fun part. What it does, it hypnotizes you. It has you under mind control. The victims go to their bank. They got their bank account out. And when they wake up from it, snap, 24 hours later, you don't know what the hell happened. So Ness, Frank Bruno, Francis, Coach Mitty, TBV, everybody, even everybody in the back chart. Are we all on devil's breath? Do you want me to believe that Canelo is facing tune-up in a break check, and you know what I mean, against Callum Smith, somebody that's 6'3", 6'4", somebody that Canelo is going to have ribs for dinner? That fight need to go in 5th round, man. Tell your man Canelo, Ness, if you on the devil's breath, scopolamine, if you are hypnotized to fight at 168, give us Caleb Plant without the goddamn 6-week notice. Give him 8 weeks. Give us goddamn, give me David Benavidez. Let's get it popping. So like I said, I taught y'all Woonga, and I taught y'all the devil's breath. And let me tell you something. And I know everybody on here is smoking Woonga if they don't believe that next year Tyson Fury and goddamn Wilder is fighting for that belt. And you know goddamn well AJ, my UK compadres, UK mates, AJ ain't fighting no damn Fury next year. Sorry to burst y'all bubble. That's what's going on. So you gotta be smoking that Woonga, or you gotta be on that goddamn devil's breath. Scopolamine, under mind control. If you think that we all don't want no damn Callum Smith, y'all. Peace.
Well,
He obviously on Woonga, man. He on Woonga, man. My man on the devil's breath.
I would
and on the woman Similac, man. There's something wrong with him.
First of all, spend like 5 minutes in his brain, man. Like that will give you a headache quickly.
I'm on the devil's lettuce, and I couldn't
all
do
he
it.
doing is driving you around in circles to then say something that's crazy. How he gonna say, "Oh, your man, that's Canelo, man. We want him to fight at 68." Well, he's doing
Hey,
that. He's
do you
doing
know
that.
how much like Discovery Channel you've got to watch to know all those crazy facts? And ain't mad.
All the time he wasting on Discovery Channel, he need to be watching 168-pound division so he can realize that Callum Smith is the number one 68-pound division fighter. He's the man that beat the man. He's the man with the Ring Magazine belt. Meanwhile, back channel sit around praising Crawford for his ring belt. So won't you praise Callum for his ring belt? Or unless they just giving them out. Is that how Crawford got his?
They don't give them out.
No, is that how Crawford got his? Because why they disrespecting Callum's though? You know, Callum is the super WBA. Callum is the WBC diamond who's been asking for a shot. So my man's definitely sipping the devil's breath and Wonka because he said, "Oh, we want Benavidez. At least give us Ben." So you want Canelo to give the dude who lost his belt on the scales a shot. This is how you know it's just a personal vendetta against Canelo. Like, he don't fight the number one. Fight the dude that was stripped. That's how you make us happy. Listen to Wonka.
Not just that, like you know that the Callum Smith criticism is based off the fact that some people prefer names like Plant and Benavidez because they're more used to it.
Who has the bigger win?
That's what they want. Like, hey, definitely, you don't need to convince me. I think at 168, it's tight, but Callum Smith is number one, so you can't complain. You can't complain like if he's picking the number one guy, right? So
no, and
there's a long list of people waiting for him to fight Canelo. So that window can close at any time.
And how can you be upset at not getting a Caleb Plant fight when we know exactly why there's not a Caleb Plant fight? You know what I'm saying? They weren't never going to go to pay-per-views in December. It was just never going to happen. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like Canelo sitting there like, oh man, he doesn't care about the pay-per-view in December. Like, he doesn't care he wanted to go through with it. It just doesn't work right now. I mean, there's nothing else. You can't be upset at a situation that, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. That's just the way I see it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just Canelo hate, bro. That's all that is. But anyway, we got Steve in Chicago. What up?
My town up in K-Town. Hey, Daddy, this a dollar beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza, I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
BoxingWiz.com.
What up?
What's up?
Yeah, we're going to save that conversation for another day. That road you're going down with, we don't even know if that fight's official, but we'll save that debate for another day. But as far as the fights this weekend, Moloney was saying that that he had an injury going into that fight, so I don't know what to make of that. But I like what Barrios said, like he's not really going to bring anything else to the table, and I got Franco winning again, so hopefully we see that happen. I like how Mario laid it all out. Now, as far as Brook, man, you guys had me like I haven't watched any. I mean, who are the last 3 people he's fought? I don't even know. I couldn't tell you. But you guys had this. You guys gave me this imagine. Everyone keeps calling in saying that he's big, he's big, he's big. Did you guys see the press conference? Crawford looks bigger than him. What the hell?
Taller.
Looks taller, yeah. Taller.
He could look taller, and remember, it's weigh-in.
Look, Crawford's gonna eat him up.
Hey, I called knockout too, man. I'm just keeping it real.
And look, I'm keeping it real. You guys, I was thinking Brook was like this big dude, man. He's tiny next to Crawford, man. Man, shit. Look, that fight. I see him retiring. After I saw that man he's gonna retire on the stool. He likes doing that. I give it like 9 rounds.
He likes doing that. You're terrible. You're terrible, man.
That's all I got. Peace.
Yo, we got a shit from fucking Steven Chicago, bro. That was beautiful.
He said he likes retiring on the stool, man. That was
shit.
Nah, man. Wonka, man. Wonka. Yo, you hate Canelo so much, he called into a Crawford show to talk about Canelo's opponent. Like, no, he ain't even talk about Crawford, and that's what I'm saying. The hatred for Canelo is run so deep that it's like, yo, Crawford can fight whoever he wants. It's Canelo that can't. He gotta fight. He gotta fight the dude that got stripped for me to be happy.
Yo, Mr. 704 says give Steve his boomerang. So I'll put it on the list.
Alrighty then. Let's see who else is out here on the TBV universe. Shout out to Mario Barrios that loves Guardians of the Galaxy. We're going out to Jay in Phoenix. What up?
Yo, what up, TBV?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, man. Y'all need to put some respect on Brook's name. Y'all forget. He the one that went after the boogeyman in the middleweight division when nobody wanted him. And he exposed him. Then everybody seen that the coast was clear. And then they wanted a piece after he showed what he showed. And then he fought the boogeyman for the welterweight division when nobody wanted to fight him. So, I mean, he's going in there with experience. Crawford's
so you giving him credit? You giving him credit for what? For heart? Because none of that proves much or anything besides heart.
Really? So his performance didn't matter? The fact that, like, what he did against Triple G?
Did his performance get him a win?
It's not that black and white. The performance matters.
Oh, really? Okay.
Crawford,
was he knocked out in both fights?
Okay, listen. Hear me out.
Okay, was his eyes broken on each fight?
Hold on, wait a minute. Are you willing to see a rematch between him and Spence?
What? If he beats Crawford? If he don't beat Crawford, why the hell should Spence fight this dude again?
That wasn't he didn't give Spence a hard fight. That wasn't a good fight.
Listen, champ.
People weren't saying Spence was exposed after that.
You reaching, man. You and the people that said that.
I'm reaching.
You was the people that said that.
Like I said,
he was the people that said that.
Listen, people are going to be looking at Crawford's performance under the microscope. Why?
Absolutely.
Because he's a common opponent with Spence. And that's the number one thing they're going to be looking at is how to compare with that. And if he doesn't do as good as Spence did, hey, they gonna say that he's not as good as Spence. They're going to probably knock him down off that list, maybe one notch, or raise Spence up one notch. But
he got it
y'all
good.
need to put some.
He got it good. He getting an old Brook. Spence had the better version of Brook. He's getting an old Brook. He getting a Brook that ain't even fought at welterweight in 3 years.
He tougher than Benavidez. He tougher than Benavidez, one-leg Benavidez. And Benavidez was putting hands on Crawford.
I mean, listen.
So imagine the same kind of guy with the same speed. He got dropped by Gamboa, a little guy.
Who got
and he
dropped?
got put down.
Who got dropped by Gamboa?
Excuse me, hurt. My bad, hurt. Hurt by Gamboa. And he got dropped by, listen, he got dropped by Mean Machine. You don't think that Brook can put some hands on him and make him maybe do the stanky leg or drop him? Come on now.
I don't know. What
Give
version?
him a little bit more credit.
What version of Brook are we getting? Do you know? Can you bet the house on what version you getting?
If we get Spence version, he'll have trouble.
You talking ifs, man.
He did well. People thought he was done after Golovkin.
Bruh, he been done. He ain't did shit since Golovkin. Cut it. You know what happened after Golovkin? His eye socket broke, and then after that, Earl broke his other eye socket, and then after that, he had 3 tune-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what people talking about, but all right. Majin Bey, what up?
Yo.
What's good?
How's everybody?
Good. What's up?
Turning up. We turning up a little late, man. Wonka called in, and Jay and Phoenix called in. They stirring the pot.
I mean, are they saying that this is a real opponent? Because if they are, they don't know shit about boxing.
I think that's what Jay tried to say, right?
Yeah.
That was what Jay tried to say? Yeah, I think that's what Jay tried to say.
Listen, man.
Sounds
This
about right.
is Top Rank Diet. I mean, full bore. Bob Arum is the lunch lady, and Bud eating all that school lunch. That's what it is. This is ridiculous. I mean, come on, man. Let's get this guy a real fight. If not, hopefully get him out of this contract. This is a shame that his legacy has been jeopardized because a promoter doesn't believe in him. I mean, what else can we say, right? But Ness, that's my call, yo. Continue doing a great job. Great job, Francis. I like you on the show,
appreciate
brother.
it, man.
Yeah, Francis. He said he like you on the show. Buckle up. That's what he about to tell me, y'all. Buckle up. Yo, where your energy at, man? Light up, man. You looking like you sleep over there.
Oh, me? Nah, you know what's so funny? That's what my girl was like, yo, you look like you sleep. I said, nah, I'm here chilling. You guys are talking. I'm trying to wait to get in and jump in. This thing is spicy tonight, man. You crazy.
About to nod out, man. You about to nod out. Yo, real quick, I just want to, I posted a free clip on YouTube and on Patreon, and you can check out the local news in New Mexico, picking up border wars in our main event, and they even shot it out on the news, so if you want to check it out, check it out. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. Did you post up the other one on Patreon, the next one to go up on Patreon?
Nah.
Who are you doing next? You doing Adrian and
Nah, I got you right now while we take this call from Stone Bone Boxing.
What up?
What up?
Yeah. Hey, it's funny how on one hand, Kell Brook washed up and done, and then like by the end of their sentence, yeah, he finna beat Bud. And all these people who like your Francis is, y'all who's like, oh, no way he stops him. When it's round 7 and y'all looking at the screen like, man, stop this. I don't want y'all to come saying, oh, he was a nobody. He was supposed to stop him. When you was all sitting here saying, oh, it's going 12. He can't stop him. Kell Brook's a big guy, real threat. He's a decent fighter. He's going to be stopped in 7-8. So everybody enjoy this brutality. Y'all about to see it's going to be a decent card. I want to see how Greer come back. I want to see the rematch with Moloney. I'm going with Franco again. I just think he bring more to the table than me, going forward too and backwards. So I'm gonna go with Franco in that. And like I said, Bud is 7 or 8 now. So you right on. Like you finna see a destruction. So everybody get ready to watch one of the brutality beatings of the year. I'm gonna catch y'all in a minute.
We got a super chat from Molato that says Crawford's legacy is not tarnished. Response to Cal. Who's to Cal? To Cal. Response to Cal. Or response to Cal. And he just typed it together. I don't know. But whoever is Cal, you know who you are. He responded to you.
Yes, he did.
Talking about, man. So next up
What's
is
next? Yeah.
Greatness in Harlem. What up?
Francis, how we living, man?
What's going on?
Everything is blessed, man. Everything is blessed. I'm gonna make my call real quick, man. For Terence Crawford, like I said, I do see him with a victory to the body shot. Also, I like the fight with Caleb Smith and Alvarez. I think that's a tough matchup. I actually got Caleb Smith upsetting Canelo. That's how much I like this matchup. So if it does happen, I'm interested in seeing it. I think there's credibility behind it. I don't think Caleb Smith, like the young guard said earlier, he ain't no bum, no layup, man. I like that line, So, but that's really all that I got. Oh wait, also Ness, man. Breakdown for Border Wars. Yo, man, shout outs to all y'all participating in Border Wars, man. I see y'all in Border Wars 10 for sure. Right now, the closest breakdown I could get is Mario and Amin, man. I need Amin to keep his roots to the floor. You feel what I'm saying? Because Mario could take advantage of that. We already seen that pop that Mario got. How However, Mario, definitely loosened up for sure. I think he got a lot more in him than what he's showing. And if he get those head movements, Mario could be a threat. But I think one of the things with Mario is like Kell Brook is really the mentalness. You feel what I'm saying? It's really making it that far. But yo, man, again, nothing else. If you notice, I just altered the name just a little bit. We out here striving for greatness, man. I see y'all at Border Wars 10.
He coming, y'all. He working.
Buckle up.
He working, man. He coming,
Super
man.
chat.
Oh, we got some. Hold up. Boom. Let me get the refresh. What we got?
What we got?
We got a few from Ronald Finkley. He got the pair with the thumb up emoji, super sticker. Shout out to Ronald Finkley. He also just signed up to Patreon, so shout out to that as well. Rainier Live. Also another one that says, yo, I'm on the Patreon now. Got to check the content correctly, TBV. For sure, champ. Yo, check out them heavyweights. Actually, but then he said for the next one, right? He ain't trying to rock out this one, right?
No.
Because
He's trying to do that one on the East Coast.
My Gene Bed, Doomy said, did you get the shirt? Did you get the shirt? Stainless says, Francis, don't get slapped. Hashtag Stainless versus Francis. Border Wars 10. You see, he put his name first. He understand he's the A-side. He understand he's the A-side. He like, yo, you a host, but I got longevity. I got seniority. Accolades. I won awards. Know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know. That's gonna be a make or break fight for you, man. That's make or break, man. You taking on like a TBV, like he's like one of the higher ups, man. He's like one of the OGs, man. Stainless, how old are you though, yo?
So what does that make me if I knock him off?
I mean, knock him out? Oh, you knocking dudes out now?
All
right. Nah, I need to know how old Stainless is. All that matters. Everything matters.
He's 42.
Everything matters. 42?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Damn, he about to jump in there like me on a plus 40 club. I mean, he from Detroit. He going back to the Crunk champ. I need to know everything. I need to know everything before I make decisions. That's how it is for the Fantasy TVB Pick'em League, man. You need to know everything. We going out to. Did we go to Brandon? Has it been that long?
No, we haven't.
I was about to say, because I ain't hear that intro.
Exactly.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped up for back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Phone jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Yo, what's good? How I'm sounding? I'm good?
You good.
Yeah, what's up, fellas? What's up with y'all? I ain't even gonna say too much, man. Just tune in Saturday, watch the Pound for Pound King. Do what he does best, you know? Same shit he always do. Get that win. Hopefully we move on to bigger and better. So that's really all I gotta say, man. Oh yeah, Carlitos, Majin Bay. Polish my belt for me, man. Dust it off, polish it, make sure it's nice and shiny for me at the end of the month. Because the champ is back. Fresh out of rehab. Undefeated. Let's go. So I appreciate y'all keeping it warm for me, but I'm getting my shit back. So, that's all I can say, man. Y'all take care.
Big
Yo,
talk.
the league ain't been the same since I stepped down, man. It don't got the same feel, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be back next year, man. The house hunting fucked me all up. I lost like 2 weeks. And there's no way to come back from 2 weeks straight of, especially those 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? There was heavy fights. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It was fun holding that top 5 ranking spot, man.
Yeah.
In the whole thing, not that month to month shit they be doing. That whole top 5 out the whole thing, like that That's when you showing your skill, man. That's showing this true skill. We going out to John in Grand Rapids. What up?
How's it going, guys?
All good.
Good. I'm actually excited for this Crawford Brook fight. I think it's going to be, something interesting for the first 3 rounds. I could see Kell Brook going Kell Chapo for 3 rounds and then gas out and get stopped. But I think it's a good fight to see where Crawford's at. And if he survives, I'd like to see him fight Spence, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But just got to wish and pray to the boxing gods. And Canelo versus Callum Smith, I think it's a good fight. Get Canelo in the ring. It's been over a year at this point. And get Caleb planning their Cinco de Mayo. And that's my call.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. And it's looking like we got Trey in the Bay.
Rehab, was you fucking with that one guy? Or was it the somebody bad breath? Which one was it? Hey man, King Born. hey, King Born, man, your ass gotta stay off YouTube, bruh. King Born watching too much YouTube, man. Hey, so I'm trying to figure out, is Kell Brook a beast or a bum? I've been hearing he's a bum, he's washed. I've been hearing he was gonna beat the brakes off Bud. I mean, I don't know what to think, man.
Let me ask you a question, man, because Stonebone came on here talking that crazy shit too. Where do y'all hang at? Did the people around y'all telling you that Brook is gonna beat the brakes off Carl? Like, where's that circle so I can make sure?
Have you not paid attention to the chat? Have you not paid attention to the chat on your own YouTube channel? Have you not paid attention to the chat? He gonna get beat or Kell's a bum. I don't know, man. I think Kell's decent. Look, we don't really know where Kell is at, man. If Kell's fully healed, I don't know. I don't want to sound like the cats that sound like the Aerosmith car wreck. Well, we don't know where he's at. Like I'm just gonna wait and see, man. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know where he's at. Is he the same after the accident? Did he? I don't want to sound like them cats either, so I'm not about to say that crazy ass shit. I just want to see the fight, man. But we'll see where Brook is at, man. We about to find out. But I just want to know: is he a bum or is he a beast? That's my call.
I mean, it all depends on what circle you hanging and who you talking to, man. Is he a bum or is he a beast? He definitely ain't no bum, so that's for sure. Can't call him a bum.
Not at all. No bum, not at all. Remember we talked about doing that?
Yo, DBX, you could get the Francis fight because he trying to duck so hard. He trying to go down to 150 so you can actually make that fight.
Let's go, man.
Yo, he said Ness won't let me fight her because I'm 140. But he's right about that.
Yeah.
But Francis
come to the UK, man. But yo, they already got me like a bunch of fights in the UK. We worldwide with it.
Francis said today specifically on the
Don't
phone
even
with
hey, listen.
He
Oh,
said
really?
today on the phone with Chach, he
Okay.
said-
All
he
right.
said,
That's what
"Yo,
we doing right now.
I'm going
every
down
time.
to 150.
Okay.
And I'm like, damn, 150? All right.
Easy.
All right, 150.
But I listen, man. I want to fight up. Like, how does it work? Like, what's the most you can, you know what I'm saying, boy, was you can fight at, but fight above? Like, if I'm at 150, like, what's the highest I can fight above?
Right, you fight whatever weight you make.
Okay.
You fight whatever weight you make, champ. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You can have a
that's how it
catch weight with
works.
somebody, right? Obviously, yeah. Okay,
We
cool.
don't really like catch weights, man. We got to
No?
see your
Okay.
level, especially not your first fight, man. We got to see your level.
No.
of skill.
Obviously, yeah, for sure.
Coach Myers ain't here, so we going.
Somebody get a boomerang for Steve. Steve's giving
That's
7-0.
right, Steve with the
Yeah.
boomerang. But before him is Majimba with the boomerang, and before Majimba is actually Trey with the boomerang. So we going out to Ronald Finkley, and then we're going to those boomerangs. Ronald, what up?
Yo, what's good, yo?
Chilling. Thank you for signing up the Patreon, champ.
Yo, I've been meaning to do that shit for a minute, yo. Somebody here coming talking shit about King Born, yo. Then I pop up. That's East Coast, yo. I gotta pop up. Yo, Ness.
Yo.
Hello? I need me a ba-bum. My first fight, I need a bum, bro. That's what I'm working on, yo. I gotta put down the cigarettes.
We gotta see some tape, and we gonna get you in there in a decent level fight. You know.
Well, I did my 20 push-ups. Now I got Patreon. I can send it there, right?
Yeah. You won't be able to send it to Patreon. I could put it on Patreon though, but you could send it. Hit me up on Patreon, and I'll give you the way to send it.
Well, Ness, you probably smarter than me. I have a YouTube channel. It's on my YouTube channel. Just me doing 20 push-ups. I don't know if that's easier for you.
You could send me the link. Yeah, send me the link to the video.
Well, all right, then I ain't no mod, so I can't send it, I don't think.
Nah. You send it like via Patreon. Just send me a message and copy paste the link.
Oh, you could do it like that? Okay, yeah. I'll copy paste it and then I'll send it to Patreon. Yeah, I know how to do that. I need me a bum though. My first fight, yo, on the East Coast, yo. Real talk.
We got you.
Yo, Ness, I weigh 245, bro. I've never been this heavy, yo, but I work hard every day, so I know I can handle a fucking few rounds. How many rounds we talking here?
3. 2 minutes.
Oh, that's easy. I can do that. I can just sit back and relax. Like motherfucking, what's his name? My man, George Foreman. I can lay back like George Foreman. Just pick my shots.
Yeah.
That's real talk, yo. No doubt. Yeah, I want to cherry pick, yo. He right, yo. I want to cherry, yo. First fight, I want to cherry pick.
He wants a cherry on the first one, man.
Yo,
he said, "Give me a cherry."
Man, it ain't even called the cherry on the first one. On the first one, it's not even called the cherry. It's called testing the waters.
Yep, it's where you at. It's smart.
It's testing the waters, man.
Yeah, I can't swim. I can swim. That's only can tread water. I just want to tread some water first, yo.
Yeah,
and listen, keep from drowning.
And that's how it is, man. Steps.
Yo, dog, this summer, though, I did good. Like, I went swimming, and I was underwater for, like, maybe 30 minutes. I was just swimming underwater, like, 30 minutes. So I know I got it. Like, but I just have to, like, channel it. You know what I mean? I know boxing is different, but if you can swim underwater and keep your breath and everything, I feel like that can help you in a fight if you concentrate on that. That's just my opinion.
Swimming is definitely recommended by all the elite trainers, man. But thank you for calling in. But yeah, man, swimming is highly recommended because it's a full body workout and
it's a low impact stress injury.
Yeah,
workout meaning where it's not on your joints.
Good for bigger people because of the joints and everything.
Yeah.
But so we got 704 who says, "How is Boomerang get to the back of the line?" Because Boomerang don't cut the line. It's Ringer to cut the line. So, yeah. But 704 is on the line. What up?
Line.
You there? Champ? 704.
No. You hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Absolutely. Now I'm on the line. I decided I call in because with the Boomer thing, you said we go back to my gym bay because I ain't use mine. I might well use it. So everybody who missed me, I've been around getting some money. But today, absolutely. I got kids.
You ain't sent us no parlays, man.
Man, you know how I feel about that bet show, man. Yes, you won't even bet me, champ.
I don't bet straight up. I get odds, man.
All right. Never mind. Hey, salute to everybody. Come on, we'll talk about that later if you want to. Salute to everybody, I ain't been around, but get Steve my Boomer. And I heard my Jim Bay talk since I called in. Name give it to him later, but that's all I want. Hey, salute to everybody, TBB, smash the like, and keep pushing.
For sure.
Info.
All right. We got Boomerang Majimbe.
Shout out to 704. Glad to hear you back on the call, brother. Yeah, man. I mean, hopefully it'll be good fights this weekend. I mean, I got the professor. Moloney brothers burnt me once, then I gotta burn me again. But yeah, man. Another thing, Ness, for the Border Wars guys that are heavier, I started running at 283, and I bought these hookah. I think they're called hookahs. HOKA.
Hookah ones, dog. Hookah ones,
Yeah,
man. I'm on my second pair already. Those are beautiful. They're great.
Yo, they're the best. They're the best. My knees don't hurt, nothing.
Yeah.
I'm good. I mean, I got some Sauconys that I just bought for my speed runs. But the hookahs, man, they saved my knees. Yeah, no lie. I got. I mean, you see the type of runs I do.
What are they, insoles?
Nah. They full blown sneakers, but they specifically for running.
Yeah.
Nice sole,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, I swear by them. I swear, especially if you're gonna do some long runs, best thing you could get.
Yeah, they even got trainers too. Like if you go to the mountains and stuff, I love them. I love them. Ever since I found them, I only get those to run.
They ugly. They
Not
look
all,
horrible.
not all, man. Not all. I'm telling you. I mean, on a side view, I guess they gonna look weird to anybody because they gonna see a lot of soul. But
yeah,
you know, I found some nice ones, man. I don't know the numbers, but definitely.
Next sponsor.
Shit, I wish they sponsored us. That's
they on the East
huge.
Coast.
They in the East Coast. I ain't know because
Yeah.
I only like when I started doing research on them was a few years ago, and man, a lot of Chinese people had them, or Asians, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, wow, I didn't know, but they dope.
Yeah.
They definitely dope.
Before I go, so on the cannabis tip, so it looks like they're going to decriminalize up to 6 ounces in the upcoming weeks until they pass this bill, and they're also looking to decriminalize at least 1 ounce of shrooms. So for my shroom guys that do Shroom Fest, there you go. Yeah, have a good one.
All right.
All right, peace.
We got Amin dropped off. All right, so that means we got a
reset.
Pound for pound.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
Red belt, black belt, WBO and green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Yo, what up? Can you hear me?
Yo, what up?
Yo, I don't know how I sound, man. I'm at the gym, bro.
Oh, you getting ready early?
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Francis over there playing that quarantine shit. Nobody got time for that, bro.
Oh. Yo, let me tell you.
You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I'm gonna be able to make Dallas though, man. I just got to my store. A bunch of teenagers. I don't think they, equipped enough for me to be gone for 2 days yet. So I'm trying to get them ready. Because I already told them I'm gonna miss this one, but I gotta go beat somebody up next year. So I need to already. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? I got a team that's motivated. You know what I'm saying, to get that Patreon footage. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay for all of them. You know what I'm saying? So we can get it in just for that one. So don't be over there asleep, Francis. I saw you on YouTube sleeping. You know what I'm saying? I figured you were sleeping, but Ness called you out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to wake you up, bro.
Sleeping.
Wake up, bro.
I wasn't sleeping at all. That's what you think I was doing. I'm over here doing what I gotta do.
Yeah.
All you need to worry about is stay focused, man, because I'm coming for you,
bro.
man.
You was over there.
You want this fight, I'm coming for you, man. Just
not
be
over
focused,
there,
man. Because I ain't playing with this, man.
Bro,
I don't even want to hear
bro.
what you saying. You can't see. Don't worry, man. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Don't worry, man. I'm coming.
Did y'all agree to a weight?
I'm coming, man. I'm coming, man.
Did y'all agree to a
God.
Man, it's him who need a weight class, bro.
I'm at 177 right now. I'm trying to get down to 168 because there's somebody else that I really want to fight. I'm just trying to use Francis as a tune-up. So let y'all see what,
He called
you know
him
what
a
I'm saying?
tune-up.
I mean, if you don't want to fight me, I'll find another tomato can, bro. It ain't no problem, but don't dug me, bro, over there sleeping, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I already told you
Don't
I'm
get
taking the
sleep
fight.
over there
So
sleeping,
you can
Francis.
say whatever you want to say.
Yo, so Stainless. So you going to the crunk? You going to the crunk? You need me to give you Sugar Hill
Contact.
number?
No, you know I'm down in Nashville, bro. I got somebody down here, man. It's it's Corona season, so it's tough to get in gyms, but it's a guy I got, man. He's already a trainer and a boxing coach anyway. I used to go to the pay-per-view fights with him before Corona happened, and I met him through a guy who's from Scotland, but he used to be an alternate on the UK boxing Olympic team. So I got enough people down here to get me ready for this tune-up.
Yo, I don't want no excuses when I tap that ass, eh? When I tap that ass, I don't want no
that
excuses.
shit don't even sound right
real
when you
shit.
say
Nah.
You out of tune right
He
now,
come up
Greg.
here
You out of
talking all
tune,
that
bro.
talk
Listen to me.
A-side. Yo, I don't want to hear no excuses when I tap that ass. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man, you need to check your keys and your notes right now, cause use the tune-up, bro. You out of tune, bro. Check the mixtape.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying? You ain't that right now. Get it together, man. Get it together.
Stainless.
Yo, what up? I'm still here.
So you gonna be able? How old are you?
I'm 42.
Oh, 42. Yeah, you about to join the 40 club. He joining the
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Masters. He joining the Masters. Yo, so you gonna be able to get spawned?
Oh yeah, I got plenty of sparring down here.
Oh,
That's the thing, that's the easy thing to get. It's just I ain't had nobody to do it with. So now that I got it,
now let me
I made the
ask you.
phone call.
Are you trying to do, because France is trying to do a 10 in February
10.
or March, and then
10.
But you trying to do 10 or you trying to do 11? Remember, we trying to go to DR.
I'm trying to do 10. I don't know about DR right now, man.
You
Just
got the
because
new
of Corona.
store?
That too, but Corona got me like going around the states is tough enough. You know what I'm saying? Going to a whole nother country with, you know what I'm saying? It ain't up to the same level. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother thing.
I hear you. Damn, Francis, so you gonna get it next season, Francis? I hear a lot of iron, man. I hear a lot
what
of
weight
iron,
class
man.
you talking about though, Francis? I'm trying to make sure, because if I got to go down, I want to go down. If I'm staying where I'm at, then all I got to do is get in the boxing and keep with this cardio instead of just, you know what I'm saying, going down the weight. You know what I'm saying? This is strength and conditioning right now. My coach is telling me what to do. We already in camp, bro. We ready for you, man.
Damn.
You over there sleeping. So I just wanted to put you on notice, wake you up, because I heard you been over there sleeping. Lady Cats call you Frankie and stuff like that. What's up, man? Come on, I'm stainless.
Damn.
Even when they was calling me Stains, I was still stainless. And you over there, Frankie, man. Come on, bro. Don't get slept, bro.
They got you as
As
Frankie
always say,
now.
as always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this and every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, you must be Francis.
Damn, Francis.
Shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Yo. Damn,
This is gonna be
Chan.
so sweet.
You wasn't expecting him to be already in the gym. You
This
know
is
you
gonna be
wasn't
so
expecting
sweet.
it.
I could care
You wasn't
less. This is gonna be.
expecting
I
it.
could
You
care
wasn't
less. This is
expecting
gonna be
it.
so sweet.
You
I could
wasn't
care. No, I really
expecting
could.
it.
I
You
really
wasn't
could. No,
expecting
honestly,
it, though.
I love
Just-
it.
But
Love
just be
it.
honest,
Yeah.
though. Be honest. You wasn't expecting it.
To what?
You
I
wasn't
couldn't. I
expecting.
couldn't expect it. Couldn't expect it. There was no. I didn't have any expectation at all about whether he was or it wasn't. I really didn't care. To
How
be
you
honest.
ain't have any expectation? You know you fighting a man. You know is happening, and you know you not training. You know he's training. You wasn't expecting that. That's all.
But I am trained though.
Oh, now you not. Now you training.
I'm not in the gym like he's in the gym. It's different type of training. I'm at the house.
You just told us you wasn't training the other day.
No, like, bruh, like he's at the gym. He's actually training. Like he's in full camp. He just said that. I'm not in camp, but I'm training. But I'm not in camp.
So
Like
this
to keep your
pre-camp
body
for you.
moving.
This
I got my
pre-camp.
rings. I got to close on my. So I got to make sure that
So this pre-camp for you.
Yeah, I'm just chilling, shaking it loose. You know what I mean? I haven't started anything yet.
But he started.
Yeah, and that's cool. I love it.
That gotta
I love
be
it.
that gotta be lighting that fire under you because you don't want to be playing catch up. I'm just saying, listen, Steven Chicago Boomerang. It sound like stainless in your head, man. I'm just saying.
In my head?
I don't know.
I love it.
I don't know.
Keep going, man. That's what I love.
All right, can I start?
Yeah, man.
All right. Hey, thank you, 704. Shout out to him. All right, don't cut me off, Ness. I'm going to go down that road since he gave me this call. If we want to keep this show respectable, we can't be acting like Callum Smith vision. His resume is littered with Euro bums. That ring belt he got, it was gifted to him. They usually give that belt to people with multiple belts. He got one belt out of that tournament. Okay? Look at who he fought before Groves. Some guy, Holskin, Skolgan. But I mean, I don't know who. And then after Groves, he fought Endam, which that was like they threw him a bone. And then he was like 50-50 with Ryder. Like, he's on the level with Ryder. Like, let's not act like this guy's some beast. Canelo's taking the path of least resistance. We have to say that. You know, if we want to be honest about it. I'm not mad, but we got to say it is what it is. We got to call a spade, Ness. This guy's taking the path of least resistance. We wanted those other fights because we see him as more competitive. Smith ain't fought.
Cut it.
I don't even know what to say. Honestly, he said the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
Does he not understand that Callum has the biggest win? Like, he could talk about whatever he want to talk about Endam and Stranglehold, whatever. I don't care. Who got the biggest win? And let's keep it in context, right? In context, right? Callum was the only 168-pounder. He is the true number one. Canelo was not at that division. Caleb Plant wasn't even who was he at the time besides someone we knew, you know? Billy Joe was not there. Like, you guys are tripping, man. Callum Smith is the man. He went in the tournament, and now you're mad at him because people pulled out of the tournament or got injured or he got a bye week or you didn't know who got involved. You didn't know who had the balls to sign up. I don't understand. And then you say that you get the ring when multiple belts are on the line. Well, okay, let's count. WBA Super that George Groves brought to the table. The Ring magazine, do they just give those out? They put that on the line. So that meant that the fight between Groves and Callum was a significant one. Then the WBC put the WBC Gold on the line. Again, that meant it was a significant fight at the time. At the time. You understand? I know people don't want to hear it, but at the time, those were the super middleweights out there. And remember, Eubank was a super middleweight IBO champ for beating Reginald Quinlan. So don't get mad at Callum because the division was thin. He still rose to the top. That ain't his problem. And he beat the man that was the man. That ain't his problem. Like, you know, I don't see how it's such a big separation between Callum and Plant when they haven't done that. They haven't showed that. You know, Plant showed everything we wanted to see in the Uztatigi fight, and then they started building him. He got 2 build-up fights back to back.
Yeah.
Back to back. And look, maybe he'll argue and say one of them was a build-up fight because the other dude from Germany was a mandatory. So, you know, he earned his position in the sense of the word, right? He was supposed to get his shot at Callum, but to us, he was another showcase. It was a German dude that couldn't fight, you know. But
At all.
anyway, Stonebone, man.
Steve with the counter punch.
Oh, Steve Counterpunch from Trey in the Bay. They want to hear you debate this topic.
All right, thank you. Look, man, this guy, I'm just saying, you're saying that he's the boogeyman of the division. So just beating one guy, you shit on Crawford.
I never said that. I never said that.
He beat George Groves. Who else did the guy beat? You can't even pronounce the rest of the guy. It's full of Euro bums, dude. I don't know where you're going with this. Let's say Canelo's taking the path of least resistance. That's it. Styles makes.
That's not true. That's not true. He's the number one. Show me another champion fighting the number one. Show me. Oh, Wilder did it.
One. I don't care what they say.
What you mean?
We call Ring Magazine now. We call it Mad Magazine. They got a bunch of clowns over there. That magazine ain't respected anymore.
That's okay. That's okay. But he's still number one based off opponents.
What are his opponents? George Groves?
Exactly.
And that's it. One guy.
And all Keller Plant has is one guy. All he beat was Ustatagi, man. That's it. One guy. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, and I argue this a lot. It's very difficult to have multiple big names on your resume.
He didn't beat anybody.
Who?
He didn't beat them guys. Them guys should have all been in that tournament. They didn't get in it.
And that's somehow Callum Smith's fault.
No, but I'm saying, to me, this is the path of least resistance.
How? If his win is greater than Plant's?
It's not greater than Plant.
Okay, so you think that Ustatagi's win is bigger than the Groves win?
And Groves, where's Groves now? He was so great.
Bruh, where's Groves now? When did Callum beat him? Where's Ustatagi now?
A year ago.
Where is Ustatagi right now?
Man,
exactly.
Hey, you want to crown him? Crown him. I'm not crowning him.
I ain't clowning nobody. You asking where is George Groves? I'm asking where's Ustatagi.
I'm just telling you, I'm not crowning Smith. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not crowning him either.
When you got on this top, when you got on this top, you were building up as he's number one. He's number one.
He's number one. You have not proved me wrong. Again, his win is greater than Ustatagi's. Now, prove me wrong. Tell me how he's not number one.
I just told you. He's got one win. That's it.
That win earned him the Ring Magazine belt. The fight was significant enough. If it wasn't, the Ring would have put the belt up for fucking Plant. But they didn't.
I don't agree with that.
And that's fine. That's fine. But you're also not a sanctioning body. You're not a ranking. You know, you're not the Ring, and you don't know much about that division because you're trying to discredit somebody who, again, beat the man. He beat the man. And until someone else does something better than that, you know, and Plant could have done that because he got the Ustatagi win. He could have one more win, right? What did we want? We wanted the Benavidez fight. It never happened. But that would have been his second great win or second good win, right? Charlo Jamal has, like, you know, Trout and Williams and you know, Bundridge and Derevyanchenko. Where is Ustatagi? I mean, where is Keller Plant's fights at? I mean, he's got Ustatagi, Porky Medina, we about to start giving him credit for journeyman. That ain't even a gatekeeper, Porky Medina. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all gotta pump the brakes. Y'all gotta pump the brakes. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Fuck it. I got time today, cuz.
Look it up.
I got time today. Fuck it. I'm gonna find out.
I'm just letting you cook, cause like,
where
yo,
the
this
fuck
is your
was they
shit.
at? Where was they
Yeah.
at? Where's all these dudes y'all calling great when the actual tournament was happening? Why didn't they sign up?
Yep.
Tell me that. Why didn't they sign up and go get them belts then? What was wrong with them belts and them big ass checks that they was giving out on the World Boxing Super Series? And don't start calling in talking about, well, that was a whole nother season. That ain't this season. That wasn't this season. There was no money issues on the Callum Smith and the George Groves. That shit took place in RADA. What happened? Why people ain't sign up? What happened? So George Groves was 2018. Okay? Let's go to this box rec and see now all these damn killers that Canelo's ducking. We're gonna start with they newest sweetheart is Plant now. In 2019 and 18, he was fighting Rolly Medina. Why he ain't joined? Why he ain't sign up to the World Boxing Super Series and go get that Ali trophy? Because remember, that Callum got that too. You also gonna dismiss that somehow because he's from Europe. That's what it is with you. He's from the UK, so you're gonna diminish him. But he also got the Ali trophy. He got the Ring magazine. He got the WBC Diamond, and he got the WBA Gold. I mean the WBA Super. But somehow you saying he ain't the man, and all of those people lying. We're going to end it right there and just leave
all
you.
them people.
We're going to leave you with that. We're going to leave you with, in 2018, Caleb Plant had one fight, and it was versus Porky Medina. And in 2018, Callum Smith was dethroning the man. So, talk to me.
That's too much, man. Yo, you killed it right now, man. Yo, honestly, this whole back and forth about, you know what I'm saying, Callum Smith, the fights are good fights. For whatever reason, Caleb Plant knew that he couldn't take the fight. Yo, we're getting a better fight. You know what I mean? And when I say a better fight, we could be getting Yildirim. Would you take Yildirim or Callum Smith? I'd take Callum Smith. So let's move on with the fights. You know what I'm saying? He is number one. He's ranked. He's won his accolades by beating George Grove in the World Super Series. He got the Ring magazine, the Diamond Belt, you know what I mean, the WBA Super. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to fight him, man. It's his time to step up, you know what I mean, and give an account for it. I just hope that window for Caleb Plant stays open and that allows him to get another opportunity at Canelo Alvarez. Otherwise, that's the only thing I'd be sad about. But this is a good fight. This is a good fight.
I don't see why that window went. Why wouldn't it stay open, though?
Because of the you know, it's Canelo. There's a lot of people lined up to fight Canelo. And based on a fight-to-fight basis, based on who you fight, you can maybe jump the line, maybe make the pound-for-pound list.
Man,
anything can happen.
Caleb has gotten 2 offers, man. People have been here, you know, beating the drum for other guys that haven't gotten a offer yet. Like, I don't know, Andre has never received an offer. You know, Charlo has only received a offer. Derevyanchenko only received an offer because of a mandatory situation. So, you know, Caleb has received 2 offers, guys. He's obviously in the mix and will stay in that mix. All he got to do is keep doing what he's doing, which is winning. But Caleb, he should be good. He should be good.
But see, that's the whole thing about it, because he said you got to remember, if they can make a fight between Benavidez and Caleb Plant, I think Caleb Plant would take that fight. If Canelo's tied up, now it runs the risk of him running a possibility of losing that fight. Do you think the Canelo fight is still available at that point? No, and that's what I mean by things always changing, right? And that window, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to take it, sometimes you don't. He knows what's right. And for him, it's not the time. But, yeah, I hope he does get the opportunity, because that's a slick fighter fighting another slick fighter. Both got power. You know what I mean? Canelo got the experience. He got the youth, so to speak. Dope, man.
Stainless, you want your boomerang?
Yeah, I'll take it.
What up?
Can y'all hear me? I'm still at the gym.
Oh, actually,
Can you hear
did
me?
we ever? Let me come back to you so you can get your workout on. I don't think we ever went to Stonebone. Stonebone, what up?
What up? What up?
Chill.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna disrespect the Ring magazine or the Ring title. It's two different things, you know. The Ring magazine is still the published, but the Ring, I still respect it. So how about we talk about 135-pound Ring magazine lineal champion? How about we talk about 140-pound Ring magazine undisputed lineal champion? And how about we talk about 147-pound current WBO superstar boxer Terence Bud Crawford, who is fighting Saturday? You know what I mean? Look, that's a small little tease of a greatness in striving for greatness. That's what you call been doing greatness and headed for greater things. Let's talk about the guy who, Ness, you know the last time Terence Crawford wasn't in a championship fight? What is it, 2020? Do you know the last time he was in a non-title, not a small regular interim gold, silver, purple, yellow, black lives, Mayan belt, but a recognized championship belt? You know the last time he wasn't in a title fight?
Nah, when was it?
2013, Ness. 2013 was the last time he had a non-title fight. And where we at right now? 2020 finna be 2021. He about to dispatch of Kell Brook and dispatch of whoever next. And Earl, be on lookout. And what you think of the PBC countdown, Ness? You watched that yet with Earl? That's gonna be interesting, man. Make sure you get to check that out soon. Just wait till Sunday. Listen, Kell Brook look nice. People always look nice at their funeral. He's gonna look great in that casket Crawford has laid for him. I'm gonna catch y'all in the morning.
Wow, that's a big.
Wow.
He said he looked good at his funeral.
Whoa, yeah, no.
Everybody looked good at their funeral, and that's.
Yeah, he went for him. Right. So that was Stonebone, and we got the Steve Stainless. Stainless.
You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still in the gym, man. As far as the Canelo Callum, I mean, at least he's fighting somebody. I'd rather that than Yildirim. Hopefully, Plan get the fight next year. But I'd rather focus on this weekend fight with Bud Crawford and Kell Brook. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. At least you got a good fight instead of, you know what I'm saying, getting Francis like I'm about to. But I'm just ready for the fight, man. I'm sorry. Hope Bud does a good job, you know what I'm saying, and actually puts on a better show than even I'm expecting. I'm thinking he out by 7th or the 8th. That's all I got on that, man.
Yo,
As I always say.
When the last time you had headgear on, though?
I guess when it get delivered next week.
So you never sparred before?
Not with headgear, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you like me, late to the game. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to go ahead and get ready now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I see. I like that
ain't no use
too,
to me
man.
and be waiting, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I mean, you could tell from the mixtape and every other thing I do. I've never won an award for Call of the Year, but I have won for hard work and dedication. So I get it in. Yeah. And if you over there sleep, that's your fault. That's your excuse. You can run with that excuse. You can use it after I beat you too, bro. As I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. Because it's TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Word. Well, that's everybody, man. I want to thank everybody for calling in. Catch us tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Appreciate you rocking out with us. Peace.
Yeah, next up, Sports Talk. Next up, Sports Talk. NEXUS. P Sports Talk. Check me out. Got a lot of content coming up. Yeah.
Yo,
Appreciate you.
do we have all the spots filled for the Fighter House, or are we still looking for people to join us?
It should be all filled right now, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta double check.
Well,
My phone's on.
hit us up anyway, just in case. They say I forgot Trey with an E. Trey just be listening.
You forgot me too, Ness. Oh, I was on the call.
My bad.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I just wanted to say, it sounds like old Frankie over there training like Andy Ruiz was in that second AJ fight. He training from the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, from the garage. He traded in the garage, man. You can hear it.
He calling Manny Robles like, I'm going to just run on the treadmill from the house. You know what I'm saying? But that's my call. I just called to troll you, Frankie.
Damn.
I love it.
Damn.
I love it.
Juan in the BX.
So sweet.
Yo, there's only one Canadian that got a win over here, man, and that's Jose. All the people.
Yo, just want to give a shout out to King Born and my people out there. Peace. Can't talk right now, bro. Could be good show.
All right. Yeah, I think Jose's the only Canadian to get a win. Like all the other Canadians that came over. Oh, you know what? Mosca. Oh, no, ain't Chris Garcia. Chris Garcia, La Mosca, Warren Montilla, and Jose El Loco Sanz. Yeah, man. So you can join a group of elite Canadians if you get a win, man. Can you do it, though? Can you join that group of elite Canadians?
Can he do it? That's the question, right? I love it. Just watch the journey. Listen, stay tuned to Patreon. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna drop footage of what we doing. Listen, I'm production and director, so you know my footage is gonna be top notch. Just buckle up, man. It's gonna be a good ride until we get to the fights.
You do it. Yeah, remember that? No?
Yeah, of course. And it's always thanks to the man upstairs for another episode, man. Thank you for allowing us to be here with you and y'all. Without you, we nothing.
Yo, damn, we never went to JT either, right?
JT, no, we didn't go JT.
Damn, late night.
So interesting when you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'll tell you, mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
All right, JT must be working out. I see the chat saying Casual versus Mario is the fight that we need. You know, that was a fight that was signed once upon a time, but it's just, you know, after watching Mario fight from his matchmaker standpoint, I wouldn't make that fight. Casual's pretty tall, and Casual isn't making anything less than heavyweight. So,
Casual's taller than Keem?
Casual's tall, man. If he's not 6 feet, he's 5'10". 5'11" and shit. 5'12". He ain't small.
Church.
Nah, he ain't small. But that tank footage is out versus Sony, the commission, and it's called Border 8 Pittsburgh, Sony Woods versus Christian Harvey before and after. I should change that to the real tank, man. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Got my man out here with the whole name like that. Shit. The real tank.
You get to see the full footage now, Ness. You get to see
we out.
How it went. Peace.
Nah, go ahead. I'm still here.
You get to see how the fight went.
Okay.
Did you watch it?
Nah. I'm setting it up now. But arrivederci, ladies and gents. On the next one.
Yeah, I'll be good.